Welcome to another episode of Around the 412. I am Tyler, and with me as always is Herb. Not with me as always is Smitty. He's dying.
Well,
we are part of the PodHub Network. You can check out PodHub on Twitter at PodHub Network, and check out podhubnetwork.com. And Smitty has bronchial pneumonia.
bronchital pneumonia in his right lung. And
Yeah,
on his
and
left
he
side.
dislocated a freaking rib by coughing too much.
Imagine.
Like, you have to be just coughing that hard. How do you dislocate a rib?
He sent us a text at 3 a.m, just a
Of
picture of
him
him
in-
in the hospital with an
Yeah.
IV. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, bud. Didn't get a text back from him until like noon. He's like, oh, yeah, hey.
Jesus, that's
And then
terrible.
he said, you coughed a rib out of place. What the fuck? And Smitty goes, yeah, it happens a lot apparently, but it's almost impossible to break your ribs by coughing. And he goes, that'd actually be kind of impressive.
I'll say I told him I'd be more impressed than anything.
yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't even really feel bad at that point. I'd just be impressed.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to one of our sponsors, Christian's Barbershop. It's Keeks Barbershop, who is located on 180 Brighton Avenue in Rochester, Pennsylvania. He is every Tuesday. He is $5 off for military, first responders, and nurses. And he's open 10 to 7 Tuesday through Friday and Saturday 9 to 4. Again, that's 180 Brighton Avenue in Rochester, PA. It's our good friend Christian's Barbershop. It's an old-fashioned barbershop. Go in, everybody's friendly, and he'll get you worked out there. So,
Soon to have Dr. Pepper cream soda.
really?
That was a joke.
Oh,
Cody Plain put it up on Facebook. Yeah,
Well, you could have fooled me. I had no idea.
it is coming out though.
Is it?
Yeah,
Should've
March
just
next
went
year.
with it.
I'm
Yeah.
not really a big Dr. Pepper guy.
Neither am I, but I'm
What?
willing to try it.
You don't like Dr. Pepper?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just there's a bunch of different pops that are above it on my list.
And what are they?
Any flavor of Mountain Dew. Yeah, there you go. Mormons love Mountain Dew.
They do.
Didn't you know that? That's like a stereotype. So
Well-
Sarge actually asked me that like last week. He's like, "Why do Mormons love Mountain Dew?" It's like, I don't know. It's like I didn't know. It's like I don't really think about it.
There's one way to answer this. What does Bryce Harper think about Mountain Dew?
I don't know. He's a professional athlete, so he probably doesn't drink pop a lot.
I mean,
Maybe it's his
now, yeah, probably.
his cheat day thing.
Yeah, but
Now, probably.
I have no idea. But yeah, so we haven't been recording for like 3 weeks.
To remind everyone, we're a sports show, even though we were just talking about soda.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we the last time we recorded, I looked at it was Tuesday, September 17th.
God.
3 weeks ago, and
That was probably the day after.
back
too.
then that was
Back then.
so back then. Those back in that day,
the Pirates were still depressing.
the Pirates still had like almost 2 weeks left in the season.
yeah.
They had a little less than 2 weeks left. The Steelers had just lost to the Seahawks, and the Penguins were in training camp.
Yes. So we've missed
So we've-
3 Steeler
There
games,
we go.
the end of the MLB season, and a bunch of firings,
And BYU had just beat USC.
and a lot of
What a
Penguin stuff.
time to be alive.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you guys went to Toledo, while Smitty still had pneumonia.
So
maybe
was
bronchitis
he-
at that point.
Was
Yeah,
he
we went-
sick when you went?
Hold. Okay, first off, I'm going to correct you right now. Hold the mic closer to
Okay,
your mouth and
sorry.
keep it there. Don't
All
talk.
right.
If you're gonna,
Sorry,
if you're gonna talk with your hand, talk with this one.
All right.
I had to tell Herb that multiple times when we started this show.
Yeah. I used to talk like this.
I gotcha.
But what were you saying?
Like, was Smitty sick when you went there, or was he sick
Oh,
when
yeah.
he came back?
So he was sick. I think he said he got sick either the Monday or Tuesday before we went to Toledo.
Yeah, he started losing his voice.
So like
And he felt like shit.
The Toledo was the 28th of September. So like 5 days before that.
Jesus.
So he's been dying for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dying alive. Shout out to that podcast.
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 Okay.
Also, for those either watching or listening, the third voice is Ryan Platt. We didn't say that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Our friend Ryan, we had to call on the subs because Smitty is dying.
You passed Shannon on the depth chart.
Thank you.
Yeah, she likes to talk with her hands too.
What a time to be alive.
But yeah, so why don't we get into it? There's a lot we have to talk about.
Yeah.
But let's talk about baseball first, because season's over. It's out of the way.
It was
So
sad.
let's just get it done with.
It was very sad.
Last 2 weeks of the season, the only nice thing that happened was the Pirates got to 69 wins.
Nice.
Exactly. That's the only good thing I
Well,
can say about
The
it.
other nice thing is the season ended.
Yeah, that's true.
That was
The
bad.
terrible season ended.
Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, it
When's-
feels like.
Is that the worst season since 2011?
I think.
I think. Not sure.
It probably
Because
is.
11, they lost 100 games, right?
No, 10 they
10
did.
they did, yeah.
10 they went 57 and like 105.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that was rough. But yeah,
How did I go to, like, every game that season?
I don't know. You were young and naive. You were 13 years old. Actually, no, you were born in October, so you would have been 12.
Yeah.
So that's how you did it.
Yeah.
You didn't know any better.
Good point.
But yeah, baseball ended, and
So did a lot of managerial
yeah, I don't know what to say about the season, except for Clint Hurdle's gone
Thank
and
God.
Ray Searage is gone.
Thank God.
So they held accountability to some extent.
Yeah, not
Um,
everybody that the fans wanted, but
No, and there's a lot to go with that. I still can't wrap my mind around all the fights that happened. That's incredible.
like the internal fights.
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole Felipe situation as the year progressed just escalated
Oh,
very
my
quickly.
God.
Oh, that was still fresh whenever we went over we
Yeah.
last recorded.
But like the process of yes, he's still the best closer in the league. Oh no, yes he is. And then yeah, let's trade him. Let's get something for him, even though he has like 5 years left on his deal. To oh no, he's not in the MLB anymore because he's an ass.
Yeah, hindsight, we should have traded him for like anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But hindsight's 2020. It's just a sucky situation.
sucky.
Sucky situation. I don't want to describe it other ways. Trying to keep it as PG as possible.
Good man.
But yeah, I'm just happy the Pirates season is over, and it sucks to say that too.
Yeah.
Like,
And if you want to go over the highlights, Brian Reynolds,
yeah, like if you want to go good spots
Kevin Newman.
for the majority of the year, Josh Bell
yeah.
for the majority of the year,
I don't know if I'd say majority.
at least half.
Two and a
he
half
had
months.
that little slump, but then like he started to go off.
He did
and
get
then
hurt
that
at the end of
was
the
it.
season. Yeah.
Then he just stopped.
Yeah. Marte,
Yes.
who's probably he's still like the best overall player on the team. Yeah, and then Brian Reynolds, Kevin Newman, they both had good rookie years. Was Kevin Newman? Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
considered a rookie.
Yeah. This was his rookie season technically.
Besides that, there wasn't a ton of good
Well, for us, we had some friends play for the team. That was fun.
yeah, friends of the show.
Yes.
But honestly, I would say the highlight of baseball season for me wasn't even the Pirates. It was like
Yeah.
going to Altoona.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, obviously, we have like incentive to go there.
Oh yeah, we got friends there too.
I mean, if I was just going to Altoona for a
Weird
game,
flex.
Weird flex.
Yeah. I just feel like if we were going to Altoona for a game, it'd be very boring.
Hey, Smitty's watching.
Yes, he is.
Sud.
Also,
Sud, dude.
Wayne said Kellen needs to be the closer. I'm not going to say no to this.
I mean, isn't he already the closer though?
That's a
At
spring
this
training
point,
thing.
probably.
It's either him or Crick.
They may bring in an external option.
I don't know. I'd stay with Keela or whatever his name is.
Kella.
Kella. Yeah, him.
Keela. Tequila.
One of them. You know. And
Yeah.
then I'd make Crick the 8th man. That's about it.
I mean, stay the 8th man,
Stay
really.
the 8th man. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he got bumped down when they got Kella.
Tequila.
Just make sure the
That's
music's
his
good in
new
the
name now.
clubhouse,
Yeah, really.
or else Crick will beat your ass.
Getting Santana back is going to be nice.
Yeah.
Cool coming back will be nice. I don't know if he's going to be in the rotation. I imagine he's going to be on the roster.
I would say he might be in the rotation because we don't have Tyon next year.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have to be in the rotation.
I mean, who do we
I don't doubt
have? We got Archer, Musgrove,
Keller,
Keller,
Williams.
And
Williams, and
then
then
that's it. You're gonna
Chad
have to throw
Cole.
Brault back in the
Chad
pen.
Cole,
See
Stephen
ya.
Brault.
Hey, he might be playing the outfield.
Whatever.
The outfield.
He was one of the best hitters.
That is so funny to me. Actually, Sarge and I were talking about that the other night.
Extend
How-
Crick, yes, Smitty.
Because we were talking about how he asked me if I think the DH is going to come to the NL, and I told him that I really don't care if it happens because I think baseball's moving towards that anyway, which is why like I think the MLB, even though they're not juicing balls, they're juicing balls.
You guys own the place that makes the baseballs.
Yeah,
You know what's
exactly.
happening.
It's like, oh, we didn't do anything. Oh, but you own Rawlings, and they wound them tighter.
Yeah.
And like we have inside sources that say they legitimately feel different.
I'd love to be the guy at Rawlings making the baseballs, making the decisions on what happens, just being like, yeah, I decided to do it even though they told me not to.
Yeah, but with that, and I think if you're going for casual fans, purists might like a lot of good defense. Like
Yeah,
I
and good
appreciate
pitching.
good defense,
Yeah.
and good pitching, but the casual fan wants to see home runs.
Yeah. Same
No
thing.
one like I think
Yeah,
I think that's the case for any sport.
Yeah.
Like any sport, like a football game, I'd rather see a game that finishes like 54-51 than 10-7.
See, I'd
Yeah.
prefer a 10-7 game.
I mean
I'm a defense guy.
that's true.
So like,
And I've always been more of an offensive guy, and that's probably why I like college football more than the NFL, just because I get sick of like the under.
okay,
taking
that's
the
fair,
under.
That's fair.
See, I appreciate both sides of it. I definitely agree with you that just the general populace does prefer scoring.
Yeah, I mean like in take basketball for example.
120
Everybody
to 119
Everybody wants to
sounds
see a
better.
high-scoring game.
Yeah.
No one cares about basketball defense. Even the players don't care about basketball defense.
Yeah, if an NBA game finished 86 to like 78, you'd be like, that was boring as hell.
Watch a Spurs game. That's literally the final score.
Fair.
It's
Fair.
like 60-60 in like the fourth quarter. I'm like, can we score more?
Did Pop retire yet?
No.
No,
Holy hell.
Duncan's a coach now.
that's the only thing keeping
His
it
hair is kind of badass.
That's the only
He
thing keeping the
somehow
Spurs
has
afloat.
dreads. I don't know how.
His hair
but
matches his shoes.
Yeah, I didn't see that until like Nick sent me that tweet, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. So,
Anyway, back to the Pirates. So a lot of coaching changes.
Yeah.
Tom Prince, Ray Searage, and Hurdle all let go of their duties, all after signing 4-year extensions.
And so many people were bitching about like how the Pirates went
With the
about
game
letting
left.
Yeah, but like they gave him the option to manage the last game.
They did, and Joe Madden was fired the same day. Brad Ausmus was fired
Yeah,
the same day.
I-
There was something in their contracts, probably, or in the MLB along those lines, where it had to have been done today, or else a bonus or something would have kicked in.
Yeah, I
and
just
then,
don't.
You know,
I don't.
fans
see the big
went
deal.
like, "Oh, the Pirates are
Yeah.
cheap." You
Yeah.
know?
I just don't see the big deal. Like especially if they offered to let him manage the last game, if it was his choice, then
It was, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't
And somebody
see why
somebody
people are
said they
complaining
saw
about
him
it.
leaving the ballpark in a car, and he looked pissed off. I'm like,
4-1.
well, I mean, who
Jesus.
cares? Well, I don't know if this one counts. But yeah, Wayne also asked, who would you guys want to see as the manager next season?
Someone out of the organization.
Yes. I don't want anybody even in the Pirates organization.
Like I've seen Bannister as like the main guy, and if you're picking Bannister, what was the point of firing Hurdle?
They're the same manager.
They have the same philosophy. So what was the point of firing Hurdle? There really
Nothing.
wasn't any.
Yeah. I think it is going to be external. I just don't know who. I don't really have any candidates in my mind. I haven't thought about it much at all. I don't think they're going to hire anyone until the winter meetings at least.
Did
Neither
you
do I,
See,
and-
Wilborn's tweet. He said there was like Beltron.
Oh,
That would
was
be
it the
fun.
odds?
That would be funny.
But like I don't know if that's even a possibility.
Jason Kendall wants the job.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
like that.
John Wayner apparently
He
would
needs
like the job
nowhere
too.
close.
Ryan
to be our
Alexander.
manager.
Ryan Alexander put his name in.
No.
You know what?
We
I'm
will
putting my name
have-
in now.
No,
we will have
no.
130 losses with Ryan Alexander as our manager.
Yeah, no.
He's going to try and
We don't
find a
want
way
him.
to
We don't
trade Letang.
Not cheap.
Cut it. But I want someone with like a new school philosophy,
Absolutely.
new age philosophy. I don't want old school philosophy anymore.
Speaking of managers, Joe Girardi meeting with Cubs on Wednesday. Nice.
And I also want a pitching coach that isn't pitch to contact. I want our pitchers to miss bats.
Yes.
That's what I want them to
Well-
do. Look at Garrett Cole.
Well, that
We need to have pitchers that have that stuff, though. That's the thing. Like Trevor Williams,
doesn't really have swing and miss
he
stuff.
don't have that stuff. I think the only person that has it on the roster right now is Archer.
Not Keller?
He might develop
now,
it more.
Now, yeah, but like at the beginning when he was telling
yeah.
him to pitch the contact,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Again, I haven't looked much into anyone that's available to be hired. But but I completely agree. The philosophy needs to change, and I don't know if that's at the pitching coach, at the head coach, or higher up. Nice, Tyler just subscribed. Very sneaky.
Thank you.
Giving ourselves money.
Thank you for the sub.
Get Barry Bonds as a coach. That'd be fun.
I
Could
mean,
you imagine? I don't know if users
said
would
hitting-
love that or hate that.
hitting coach
Lazy.
maybe?
Oh.
Didn't the Marlins do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That did not work well.
Well, I mean, it's not like our hitting coaches have worked well. Although,
Well,
now I'm okay.
Now
with
they're
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, they're not slightly better, but marginally better.
Although, couldn't they be gone if the new manager doesn't want them?
Yeah. And
So
that's
that
what
would
I don't
be a
like.
huge-
That sucks.
That would suck though, because we finally have good offense.
Unless they get better.
Like who?
I
I don't know. I liked David Eckstein when he was like on the Cardinals as a batter, and just watching him take ABs was kind of cool for me because it was just like this guy takes great at bats.
Yeah.
No idea his brother did what he did as a coach. So I'm a fan of theirs, but we will see. Obviously, we can't change that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Thoughts on Huntington keeping his job?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't mind it.
People can get mad all they want. The coach is the easiest to replace.
Yeah.
Hurdle was due
Yes.
like 2 years ago.
2. I said
being-
2015.
I'm being generous. I'm gonna say 2. Searage should have been gone.
Oh, yeah,
Forever
last year
ago.
at least.
I don't like him.
After 2015.
Hurdle really should have been fired after he started Sean Rodriguez in a wild card game.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
And then he took him out after 2 innings. Right?
Didn't even get in
No,
that bat.
after one.
Oh, it was 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get in a bat. So he literally just took a bench player
Yeah,
away.
he just burned a roster spot. It made no sense.
Yeah, I mean, Huntington can get like one more chance, but I mean, at this point, they need to spend money or they're gonna suck even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend money. Ryan's joining everybody. Spend more money.
No, but really, like, Diaz sucks. Stallings is good, I guess. Whatever.
Stallings is a good backup.
So they need a starting catcher.
Yes.
They need another pitcher, or maybe 2. I mean,
Yeah, and don't make a shitty trade to do it.
I
because
mean,
in
if
hindsight,
he wants, please
look at
do.
look-
I mean,
Yeah.
What, to get fired?
hey,
Because, I mean, I've just seen people bringing up the Garrett Cole trade and the
Shut up, who cares?
the Archer trade.
see, I think the Archer trade wasn't bad at first, but now I hate it.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Archer trade is full on hindsight. It's bad, but like when it happened, there were only a select few that weren't happy.
That's
about
what I was trying to say when it happened. Because I'm sitting here, like, the day that trade happened after we recorded, or when we recorded, it was just, okay, everyone says you don't do anything, can shut up now. And if it goes south, you have no room to say anything. And they don't. They
Yeah.
got what they wanted. And look who ended up
it. He
being
tried
right.
something.
Yeah. And it
It
didn't work.
It doesn't really work out. But
Also,
it is what it is.
I want to say this real quick. Stubbs came in. He said, what the hell? Smitty kind of looks like Ryan low-key. Or Ryan kind of looks like Smitty, one of the two.
That's tough.
That is tough.
I don't know. I
um,
kind of took Smitty's spot right here.
I know. Smitty said should have gone with Hurdle. Makes sense to get a new GM and manager at the same time. Let the new GM puck the manager.
Pick.
Yes, I know. I want to make that.
That
typo
could have been.
very
That could have
apparent.
been either autocorrect for a couple different things.
I'm not gonna disagree with it. Just at least from my eyes, it's easier to get a new coach, and if things still go south next season, then the GM goes, especially with 1 year left on his deal. Whatever.
So I have a very negative mindset on the Pirates, as a lot of people do in Pittsburgh,
Shocker.
and
Beefy
I just
negative.
I
What?
just think they should have just, if they're going to tear something down, they should just tore the whole thing down.
yeah.
And
I mean, I'm here for all possible
and I am
chaos.
including players in that.
See,
Yeah.
I'm including. Look at trading Marte. Look at trading Josh Bell. Just because,
Not
especially
Reynolds. Don't
you're
touch
not
Reynolds.
like. I don't care what people say. You're not competing next year.
No.
You're competing for fourth place
And
in
if
the
you
NL
do, it's a
Central.
fluke.
You're competing for fourth place in the NL Central.
Maybe
so. Maybe third. I mean, are the Cubs going to be that bad?
Maybe.
But I just think you should explore your options, look at trading those pieces, and see what you have.
Yeah.
Move for the future, because next year is what, like, you don't even have your best pitcher,
Yeah.
so you're not going to do anything.
Yeah. And as for, like, drafting and developing, obviously there's a glaring issue there. And you can say, like I have in the past, there are guys that do well in the minors, and once they get up here or AAA, they just can't do it. And I don't know if that's a talent thing or if it's like an actual development thing coming into the majors. Because no matter what anybody says, there is a different development path, I guess, once you make the jump from AAA to the majors. Rugen and I had an argument about that way back, even though Rugen's a goddamn idiot.
Shocker.
That probably went on for like 2 hours. It was pointless, right?
It went on for 2 minutes because I just shut up.
2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's guys that can just click, but there are other guys that need the help to get adjusted, and I feel like a lot of those guys are who the Pirates pick. And maybe some of them, like Garrett Cole, just weren't in the right system, didn't have the right coaching.
Let's say the Pirates do blow it up.
Mhm.
Do you trust Huntington to get the right deal? Because after the Archer trade, a lot of people aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they trade Marte and Bell. I mean, they should at least listen.
Look at it.
Look at it. Because they don't have the team to even compete for a wild card spot, in my opinion.
I mean, there should only be a couple players that like don't trade. Since they're going to be a part of your extended future, don't trade like Reynolds, don't trade Newman,
Yeah.
people like that. But like
Isn't,
people like Bell or Marte,
isn't
just
Bell a free agent in like 2 years, though?
He just started his first year of 3 years of ARB.
So it's soon. I mean,
Yeah. He's
Nice.
definitely not going to be here the next time they make the playoffs, in my opinion.
you kind of have to listen to him. Some teams gonna want to power hit and switch it.
Yeah, and
first
he can do it.
baseman.
He showed he can do it.
and I mean Marte, how old is he? Is he like 29?
Nah, he's
Trade for Mike Trout.
He's like 31, I think, or 30.
Really?
Stubbs, you drunk?
So he's getting up there in age. He's still at a higher value,
He's still producing though, which is
Yeah.
just crazy.
which is
part.
why you should look at trading him. And I know like we all like laughed at that like during the season, but it's like now that after the season, it's like look for it, see what you can get.
yeah. And like
Just
Wayne
put
said,
your feelers out there.
yeah. And like Wayne said in the chat, they came into the season with what we felt was a decent roster, like enough to compete in the NL Central, and it just kind of snowballed.
Well, it's because they banked on nobody getting hurt,
Yeah,
and everyone got hurt.
literally.
So
For big chunks of time too. And then Smitty also said Cubs reading Bryant or Baez or Baez.
Baez?
Baez. I've always said Baez.
Well, you're wrong.
Really? Wow.
very.
Wow. I'm shocked.
But
But
I mean, if
Smitty
they trade
typing
him-
like
he
I
meant
talk.
he meant trading.
Yes, I know. I'm making a
No,
point
no,
here.
not to you.
I
I'm
know.
not talking to you. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying
know.
he meant trading,
Also, it's 5-1 right now.
What the?
dude.
This is what happens when your third pairing is Jack Johnson and Eric Branson.
Well, we're losing 5-1 because Smitty is not here.
That too.
So
Is Sarge at the game? Wouldn't be
God.
shocked.
I wouldn't be either. I
Um,
forgot about that.
Stubbs said trade for Mike Trout.
That-
all right,
I
stop,
I mean-
shut up.
I said that a while ago.
I would if I could.
You can.
13-year.
It's called give me your whole goddamn roster.
I'd give him 20. If he was in Pittsburgh, I'd give him 20.
Yeah.
I don't care if how much it handcuffs the organization. 20, 500 million.
I'm down. Do it. Work your magic
That's what they're going to offer Brian Hayes.
Yeah.
if he ever gets up here.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see about
and he should start the season up here. I think he should.
that. I mean, who's at third base right now? Colin Moran.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
What
I
did
have
he
his-
hit,
I
though,
have
this
his
year? I have
jersey.
no idea.
Moran?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Let me look.
Both. Because I know Hayes was at like last time I think it was like 250.
Yeah, I think he finished at 256. Moran, though, I'm not too sure.
I mean, is that really better than anybody else on the team?
Probably not.
Moran might have a better average. Why
I
would
also
do that?
I saw people bringing up that it's probably more of a development issue than a drafting issue because you look at the players that they have drafted and they've gone somewhere else and then they've done well.
Exactly.
Very
Uh,
well.
Moran
So-
finished with 277.
Who did?
Moran, 277.
So don't fire all the scouts. Fire all the player development people.
Yeah. Fire all the coaches. How about that?
Every single one.
And then, the playoffs started.
My Nationals.
Your Nationals?
Going all the way.
Wow.
That's interesting.
bold.
Did we even say playoff predictions? We probably
no,
didn't.
No, who cares?
Because well, no,
Who cares?
I'm saying we recorded September 17th.
It's going to be the Astros and Dodgers.
Nationals.
Well, hey, the Rays are beating the Astros
Yeah.
as far as I saw when I came here.
Yeah.
Force Game 5, anything can happen.
Uh-oh.
Do you pitch? Wait, if that went to Game 5, they
I
would
think
have
it's-
2 days rest, right?
I think
Like
Verlander would go. Or is he
well,
pitching today?
Verlander's pitching tonight, so it'd be Garrett
So-
Cole
Oh.
on regular rest.
Who would go for the race?
I mean-
now, or would it be Morton? Or is Morton today?
Morton was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you like if they have a day in between? Do you go with Snell or do you just push Morton?
What about Glass now?
Uh,
Or is he tonight?
I don't know. No, a pitcher I didn't recognize
Probably
was starting
did an
tonight.
opener or something.
Yeah,
They
it was
might
it
even
was a
do
pitcher
that.
I don't know.
Give like Glass now. 2
Well, I mean,
innings.
you gotta.
Morton,
You're
3.
pitching. You're going against Garrett Cole, so you better give your best option.
Yeah.
Brian Hayes batted 265.
Do you see that stat at the end of the season that Garrett Cole had like double-digit games with
He's getting a
double-digit strikeouts?
He's getting a $300 million contract
Easily.
by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's wrong.
Coming home.
Come on, buddy.
Could you imagine?
Hey, big head. Come on.
Hey, we know we had our differences in the past. Here's a check. Write down whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man. But yeah, I think it's going to be the Astros and Dodgers. It very well could be the Yankees and Braves.
I mean,
I think Dodgers from the NL for sure. That would be my pick. I like their pitching, and they have a good lineup. So, but AL is the one where I can see the Yankees this year actually beating the Astros, just depending on how the pitching for the Astros is done. Because we always talked about how dominant the Astros pitching has been, but besides Garrett Cole, Greinke got shot up.
Yeah.
Greinke got lit up. And
like
then
Zach Greinke
Verlander
should be at
tonight.
this point in his career.
Verlander, the last thing I saw was he gave up 3 runs in the first inning.
wow.
So if they play like that, I feel like the Yankees will light them up. The Yankees lineup is just full of hitters,
Yeah.
So-
Savages.
savages.
I mean, I kind of want the Rays to I kind of want the Rays to win.
That would be fun.
I don't hate the Rays. I don't
The
give
AL
a shit about
the
the trade.
ALCS is a AL East matchup. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm down.
That'd be kind of awesome. The Rays are up 3-0 right now and they're down 1 in the series. So they could force a game 5.
Yeah. Which Garrett Cole would pitch. So-
it's game over there. Yankees already won their series. Game 5 is tomorrow for both the Dodgers, Nationals, and Cardinals, Braves. So that'll be interesting.
Both the Nationals and the Cardinals win.
That'd be wild.
Oh, fun fact. So, Greg Brown returned a car to Enterprise last week while I was working. And so I asked
I was
him.
about to say, where's this going?
Well, the first thing I said, I was like, it's weird to hear your voice not on TV or on a radio. And he's like, oh, so you don't like it? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, it's just weird to hear it in person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I asked him, who should I be rooting for in the Cardinals-Braves series as a Pirates fan? And
I'd say Braves.
so he said, I think he looked at it differently than we would, because he was looking at it more of a business standpoint, where he said that he hates people on like the Cubs, and he has some people he doesn't like on the Brewers, but like there's no one on the Cardinals he really dislikes.
I really don't like Yachty.
And I mean I don't either, but
He's
that's
a
what he
toll
said.
Man.
That's what he said. That's not even what I meant, but yeah, that works. But he said there's no one on the Cardinals he really hates, and he said it's like more of just a respected rivalry between them and the Pirates. And this is where I think it was like more of a business standpoint from him being like an announcer for the team. He said if the Cardinals won the World Series, then it would be like a bigger draw to the ballpark every time the Cardinals came here, because it's the World Series champions. So he was looking at it, I think, differently than I would. But personally, for me, I am all in on the Braves because I was not alive in 1992.
Hey, if Matt Joyce can win a World Series, I'll be happy. So
Like, I wasn't alive in 92, so I don't give a fuck about Sid Bream.
yeah,
okay.
same. You know what I do care about? Jerry Meals.
Yeah, I care about things like that.
Yeah.
Sid Bream, I don't care. I wasn't alive. Doesn't bother me.
Who had that
Go
slide?
Braves, go.
Lugo, right?
I think it was.
He called him safe.
Seth Lugo? I mean, I would have made that same call. I would have made that same damn call.
Yeah, well, he was wrong.
From
He was
Greg
out.
Brown.
Well, he
Greg
was
Brown. Greg Brown's call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm cheering for the Braves in that.
Fair enough.
But
I mean, if my Nationals don't go,
my Nationals.
I would want the Braves just because of Cervelli.
I forgot
I mean,
about
that'd
that.
be cool.
I mean, just because
Cervelli was-
injuries,
Cervelli was one of my favorite Pirates for his tenure here.
I mean, he was
Hey,
a
friend of
he
the show.
was a big part.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Of the team's success, and just injuries caught up with him. So
I
Yeah.
remember after. Do you remember the game before the All-Star break in July 2015, where?
you mean when he
He's-
hit the ball down the line?
Well, yeah, but then after the game, it was a weekend series. I went to 3 out of the 4 games. So I went to Thursday night where we lost, but then we won Friday, which was like I think it was just like a normal win. Then Saturday was the Kutch walk-off, and then Sunday was the 2-run comeback,
Yeah.
and they were both in extras. And then after that, he said, we want to win the World Series. And I just remember watching that on TV and getting hype as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there for the Kutch walk-off and then the 2-run comeback.
Yeah, I wasn't there on Sunday, but I was there when they lost, and then Friday and Saturday.
That was like a last-minute decision.
That
I'm like, should I
that
go?
Kutch walk-off is probably the best game I've ever been at.
That was wild.
That's probably the same for me besides like the wild card games.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've never been to a wild
Oh,
card game.
okay.
Really?
Yeah, so and in 2015, I watched that one in my basement. I had just got out. I left my accounting class early.
At least you didn't pay to see that ass whooping.
No, I didn't.
I did.
Same.
And then, so
I
I thought about it, but then I didn't feel like spending the money.
Yeah.
So, but it turns out it was a good choice. But
Edison
but
Volquez
2015
wants to
it was in my
switch with you.
2015 it was in my basement. 2014 I was in Utah at the Missionary Training Center. I was not home. And then 2013 I wasn't home either. I was when I lived in Idaho and at college, and I watched it in my apartment living room. And I was like the only obviously I was
The
like
only person in Utah that was watching it.
I was the only person watching it, and I was the only person on campus that had I had a Pirates socks, hat, and shirt on, and then I had a T-shirt on, but then I had it wasn't a Pirates jacket, but it was like a black jacket with like yellow trim on it too.
So basically, you're dressed to go to games.
Yeah, except I was just on campus.
Yeah.
But-
Everybody's like, "Where is he from?"
Great view of Herb.
Yeah. My face isn't in it.
Jesus.
Announce Felipe to hell.
Is that Sam Lafferty or John Marino?
That's Marino.
Hmm.
He hasn't been bad. I haven't paid attention to most of this game, so I can't say that.
Yeah. Well, what is it? 4-1.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume
you
it's
hate
with the
to
third
see it.
pairing out there.
You want to just move on to hockey now?
Yeah.
That we're talking about this. I think we're
Yeah.
pretty much done with baseball.
What has happened outside of the Penguins since our last show?
Outside of the Penguins,
Yeah.
people have won games and people have lost games.
Well,
I
you heard it here first.
the season started first off
yeah.
last week.
But Line got his deal done.
Yeah,
Kyle Connor got his deal done. Goddamn.
yeah. Kyle Connor signed what, a 7-year deal,
extension. Yeah.
and then Linus is 3
Yeah.
for like
$7 million,
yeah,
roughly.
which is less than I thought it would be.
As it should be. I don't trust him.
I mean, neither do I. But for the shot that he has, and he was holding out for, I felt like more money. I just feel like he was going to get more money than that. Like I thought he would have gotten
Well-
at least like $9 million.
So, of course, once Marner fell, everybody else did. But Marner was like double.
Yeah, I was right, by the way.
Shocker.
I should have been right.
Maybe, but I was right.
Yeah. Everybody else
We
signed for
had
like
it.
$7 million.
We had a bet that I said Marno was going to get double digits, like double-digit million,
Okay.
and he said single-digit.
So
And
To be fair, not by a lot.
a week later, he like this was like a month before he signed, but a
Yeah.
week later he
I
said,
stepped
"Okay,
back.
I think he's gonna get double digits."
Yeah, a week later I stepped back, and then 2 weeks after that, it came out that he might get like 8.7 million, and I was like, "Ooh."
Was this for money or anything? Like
No,
No.
It was just,
This was just him shitting on me on the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Hey, it's easy.
Yeah, but he ended up getting 10 point something,
okay.
10.3,
more than Crosby.
something like that.
Uh-oh.
Crosby. I think I hate slurring my words.
Announce
Crosby's contract is the best deal in hockey
Announce Ryan as the Steelers' new OC.
because he makes $8.7 million, and the salary cap goes up, that just gets even better and better.
Yeah.
Best contract in hockey.
My Leafs have been hit or miss.
My Capitals.
Yeah, they lost last night, but they won.
Jesus.
But they won me money.
That's all that matters,
Ah.
though, right?
Wait, cover?
No, I bet on the under.
Oh.
I had a parlay for
What was it, 7?
it was 6.
Oh. Wow.
Or 6.5. Yeah, I think it was 6.5. I bet under 6.5, and then I bet over 6 for the Sabres and Blue Jackets. And
Did that happen?
mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Blue Jackets won 4-3 in OT.
I feel like you bet every day.
Yes.
I didn't today.
What?
Yet.
I mean, there's
Live bets.
unless I go on to I do live bet actually.
Do you?
Oh yeah,
So does everyone from Beaver County, apparently.
because it's so easy.
It is.
Like it's an easy way to cover yourself. So like I'll do parlays, and if one of my teams, like okay, for example, UCF last weekend fucked me. Like I
They
picked
lost
that.
to Cincy, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
On a,
That's
I
tough.
think it was like Thursday night. I had like a 4 or 5 team parlay,
okay.
which would have paid out to like $160 something, but UCF was the only one that didn't hit, and so I just live bet the under for San Jose State and New Mexico, I believe, and I like got my money back plus some, because like live betting is just so easy to get your money back and to just make money. Like last night during the Browns game, so like I won my hockey bets.
Don't tell me you bet on Cleveland.
No, I bet on the over under the live over under because it moves during the game.
Yeah.
It was set at like 47.5, and I was like, oh, I'm taking the under.
Did
And
you see?
so I put $70 down
Holy
on the under because I had just won money and I was feeling good. I was like, all right, I'll just put $70 down and see what I get. And then I hit that, and so I won like 60 something, like $64 or something like
I
that.
think the line for the Steelers game Sunday was like at 5.
I think it's like 5 or 5.5. Yeah,
Yeah. That's tempting.
yeah. But okay, back to hockey. We got on betting.
Yeah.
We can talk about betting later.
So, Penguins so far, first game was ass.
Yeah, they did not look good. They looked very sloppy. It looked like game. Let's see. There was 82 games last year plus 4 playoff games. So it looked like game 87 of last year, not game 1 of this year.
And what do you expect going in with the same decor?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Especially putting Johnson and Schultz back on the same line, even though Johnson was even playing by the end of the preseason.
Yeah,
Supposedly,
I
Ricola passed him on the depth chart.
I don't get that. Like, is the only reason he's playing because of his cap hit? Because it seems like it.
I don't doubt it at all. Period.
Like it's like, oh, you make $3.5 million, we have to play you.
Basically.
But I just don't get it because he wasn't playing, and then the day of, they announced like the morning skate lines,
Mhm.
and I was pissed.
Everyone, including Penn's PR or whatever the hell their name is on Twitter, had Ricola on that bottom pairing. with
And then for Saturday's game, which so they lost 3-1, and then Saturday's game they won 7-2. But the same thing, Friday at practice they didn't have Gabranson or Johnson on the top 6 skating,
yeah,
and then they were
played.
both in the game. They were the bottom pair.
Makes no sense.
I don't get it.
That makes no sense.
So who did they take out for
Understood.
Marino?
They dressed 7.
Oh yeah.
They
I
dressed
forgot
7
that.
with 3 centers.
They dressed 7. Yep. Why would you not
that?
do 4 centers?
Why would you do that? Period.
But if you're gonna dress 7, why would you not have 4 centers and take out a winger?
Stupid.
This is why I said Mike Sullivan's being fired before December or in December. No,
I don't know
if
about
they
that.
start
I
poorly,
don't-
he's getting canned.
I don't think.
If they finish poorly, Rutherford's gone.
I mean, I wouldn't really mind if Rutherford was gone.
I
either
wouldn't either.
way, but
I would not
See ya now.
but it sucks because Billy Guerin's gone now. I don't know who they would hire as GM.
You
I mean,
would do a fantastic job.
I wouldn't sign Jack Johnson, so yeah, I would.
Well, the fourth
Uh,
line's been getting their teeth kicked in tonight.
Really?
Yeah, not very good.
Is that where the majority of the goals have come from?
Yes, Teddy Bluger's been on the ice for 3 of them, at least.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks. There's obviously a game going on right now. They're losing 4-1.
Yeah.
But things outside of Penguins hockey, well, actually in Penguins hockey, Malkin is out for like at least a month,
Yeah, with
around
soft,
a month,
yeah, with
quote
soft
unquote,
tissue.
soft tissue, which I guess can be like from like deep bruises or something
Yeah.
with your muscles.
Like bone bruises.
Yeah.
Um,
I
Jugs
don't-
is out, but much longer. Or wait.
No, Malkin's out longer than Jugs.
Yeah, I had it mixed up.
And they didn't. I don't think they said what Jugs was.
no.
I think they just said lower body injury.
Also, if somebody came in here and they just heard Jugs, I'm sorry.
Nick Bukestad.
Yes.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Smitty says Johnson not terrible tonight. Gabranson looks like what we thought we were getting.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to bring up. In the
So
win-
he's saying Gabranson looks bad.
yes.
Okay.
So the other night when they won, that was the first night they were on the same pairing together.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow that pairing was not bad. It actually looked kind of decent. And for a split second today, while I was thinking about what to talk on the show, I said, what if 2 negatives actually do result in a positive on that line? And then tonight happened.
3 weeks or so was said on pregame regarding Bukestad. Okay.
So probably a week less than Gino, if
Yeah.
not a few days.
Hopefully Gino's only a month.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
They said around a month, which so I'm guessing it could be at least a month, if not a little bit more. I don't
Yeah.
think it'd be much sooner. But
And Murray looked good through the first 2 games, really. I mean, the first game wasn't the best, but it mostly wasn't his fault.
no, they look terrible in front of him.
Yeah, tonight they look terrible in front of him. Murray looks terrible too.
I don't know. My back's to the game, so
I think
I left work. Score was 1-0.
3 of the 4 goals have bounced off of him.
I left my house and score was 1-0.
Yeah,
There
So
we go.
shouldn't
Yeah.
have left my house.
yeah. 3 of the 4
I
goals
shouldn't have
bounced
left
off
work.
of him and trickled in. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention since it was 2-1, doing this. But the replays I've seen, it hasn't been good. Then again, I don't know the shot totals either. I think what I'm looking at says 29-3.
3.
I think that's what that said.
Look
That's
it up.
false because we were leading in shots after one.
Were we
period.
okay? I don't
We
know
were
what that
leading
Where
was
are you
then.
getting your info?
Twitter.
Okay.
We were leading 10-8 after one period in shots.
20-24, we're still leading. What did it say 29 for then on the screen? What the fuck?
Where'd you get 3 from?
It was on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what. At least that's what I thought I saw. It may
It's
have
gonna
been
be the final
something
score.
else. It may have been face-offs. Who knows?
If it's 29-3 on face-off, then they got big problems. But besides the Penguins, they have those injuries. But I don't know. Like so far, the first 3 games, especially this game, they look hot and cold again.
And
They
here's the thing. Last year, I said they needed more depth scoring out of the third and fourth line. I think the depth is there. The question is, does it come through? The defense needs a major shakeup. You need to get rid of the $7 million anchor or whatever the hell it is, $5 million on the third pairing.
yeah. I think Rutherford is still looking for a trade.
He better be,
he's-
but who's going to have to go?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's going to be anyone, I'd rather it be Rust.
I mean, it probably that's the name that we've always said
I've
all
seen
summer.
Bukestad.
All summer.
I've seen Bukestad all summer.
Well, Bukestad, you won't be able to trade him now. He's hurt.
Well, yeah.
But if Russ goes, that will suck. But it is
It's-
what it is.
Yeah. This is what happens when you sign stupid deals.
Yeah. I mean, where's Russ playing? The fourth line?
I
think.
so.
Because Simone's on the top line. Tanev is on the second line. Third line is
Hornquist when he's in, because he got
Yeah.
hurt earlier.
well,
in the game
he might be on the third line now. Because well, I don't know.
He was
Hornquist-
with
Because
Bukestad.
Bukestad's not in.
Yeah.
So
they
I
may
have
have
no
shifted.
idea.
Well, obviously they shifted McCann over.
Either way, he's not on the top line or top two lines. If he goes, it sucks to see him go. But if it gets rid of like Jack Johnson's contract, then
So it took Connor Sherry to get rid of Hunwick.
yeah,
What the hell is it going to take to do to get rid of Jack Johnson
a first.
or Eric Goodbranson for that matter?
We'll throw in a first.
I still, we'll get into this when we do our predictions here in a few minutes. I still think they're going to miss the playoffs. I can't change my mind on that. It has not looked good. Even when they won, it wasn't convincing. You know?
Yeah.
And credit, it is, 3-4 games into the season.
Did you say when they won, it wasn't convincing? They won 7-2.
And like just
Wasn't
the play on
that
the ice, not the
goalie's,
score.
Like first career start though.
It was.
Second.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. Not the score, but just the on ice of it. It didn't look great to me.
Yeah.
It is only the third game though.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly.
So you really can't make.
Dude, Mikey.
Oh,
and
but
Big,
we live in Pittsburgh. We can.
Dude, Mikey and Big Bob, when we were going over the Facebook comments, was so funny.
Oh yeah.
On Friday morning.
Yeah.
they're like, we're in the first 5 comments, and we've already got bring back Flower, Crosby's overrated, and the goal song sucks.
Well, the goal song sucked in the first place and was Party Hard. It still sucks
Like,
now.
I don't see why the big deal is for Jump Around. I don't get the hate for it.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Just score goals,
Yeah.
win games.
I mean, I was never like Party Hard started to grow on me compared to whenever we first had it. When we first got it back in the 2015-16 season,
Yeah.
I did not care for it. I thought it was kind of lame. It started to grow on me. Maybe winning 2 cups does that. But I mean, at the same time, I don't care that it's gone. And I've listened to all 31 goal songs, like goals and goal horns and goal songs.
Some of them
And
suck.
there are worse ones to have than Jump Around.
Yeah. Like
So
the Leafs.
people need to stop complaining about it.
The Leafs sucks.
I mean, I think they were going along the lines of like, have you ever seen Wisconsin football?
Yeah.
So they play Jump Around
yeah.
between the third and fourth quarter, and it's live. Okay,
Just use Renegade at that point then.
no,
Okay.
Use Sweet Caroline.
Oh my God.
Get hyped.
get hyped. No, don't use Renegade because actually I'll get hate. Never mind.
Say it.
We were about to say it sucks.
Renegade is way overrated.
I mean,
I
they should,
agree.
They should stop playing it. Okay.
They should stop playing that, and they should stop playing Sweet Caroline at pit games.
At the Jaguar playoff
Sweet
game,
Caroline's so good though.
it's like 3rd and 20, crowd's hyped. They play Renegade.
They get first down.
Dude, they gave up like a 50-yard gain to the running back.
Yeah, to Fournette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's where you need to stop it.
Yeah, like it worked in a playoff game in 2002.
Stop. Just
Like
stop playing it.
I don't know, and it's different for me because I've explained this to Smitty because whenever it's different for me because I don't associate that song with. I mean, I do somewhat now, but like I never associated that song when I was younger or growing up with the Steelers
Yes.
because my dad when we rode around in his car, he had a Styx Greatest Hits CD, so like I heard that song
Yeah.
and I didn't associate it with the Steelers, so I never like thought about it and. Hearing it, it's like yeah, the crowd gets hyped, but like I mean they also get hyped to Mo Bamba. So
My God, could
The-
you imagine?
dude, I mean we're all of us were at the Pitt Virginia Tech game last year.
Yeah.
They played it literally every third down.
Yeah, and they got
But
like, killed on every 3rd down.
But it was instrumental. It wasn't the actual song.
Who got killed?
Pitt. Every time they played Mo Bamba, they gave up a 1st down.
But the problem is, it was the band.
Still got hype.
It was.
I mean, yeah.
It was the band. It wasn't the actual song. They only played the actual song once. It was the band that was doing
I
it, and
still
that
got hyped.
sucked.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bad example because I don't really have connection to Renegade, so
I mean, I agree. I like the song.
it is what it is.
I think it's kind of stupid.
But yeah, and I don't know. Back to it. I just don't think Jump Around is a bad choice.
No.
I think people just need to stop complaining.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it.
Um,
I mean, I would prefer if they went back to, like either the song they used, like both songs they used in like the 90s and 2000s, which were, the song that goes, woo, woohoo, and da, 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 da.
Now that you just
Woohoo.
said that, I
I
can't
know-
remember the name of it.
Yeah,
It's like it's well, the name of the song is called Song 2, but I
there's
I
no way
remember-
that's the actual name.
I
that's
think
the
it
actual
is.
name. It's called Song 2.
Is it?
Yeah. But and then there was another one that was called Rock and Roll.
By Gary Glitter,
Yeah.
who's a pedophile.
I mean,
I learned this today because it's in Joker, and people are upset about it.
the song is in Joker.
Yeah. And they're like, why is Hollywood still giving this man money? And I'm like, because it's a song that people know and kind of goes with the atmosphere.
I mean, what Michael Jackson's one of the most listened to artists of all time.
And he touched kids.
Yeah. It's like,
I listened to him this morning.
did you
Yeah, Thriller.
Hey,
woke
did,
up-
did you hype on the way to work?
It
yeah,
is spooky
I woke
season.
up, I get in my car. Well, of course, I brush my zubbies.
Your what?
Hold on.
Zubbies, it's your teeth.
I've never heard teeth called
Okay,
Zubies.
Well, that's what my dad called them. So anyway, after I get my routine in, I get in the car. I press shuffle. First song came on was Michael Jackson.
I mean, it is October.
Spooky
I got
season.
hyped going to work.
Yeah.
So
Halloween parties will be lit with that on.
yeah,
I'm actually going to my first Halloween party this year. It'll be interesting.
Really?
Yeah. I never dressed up as a kid.
My when I was younger, my friend's house, they would always have a Halloween party with people from school, and they had a really big basement, like wide open basement, and so they would like put things up and decorate it as like a small little like haunted house, and like you would like go through it, and they had
Very
like
tight spaces.
they had like us kids like that were like close family friends, and like like the kids from that family like work it basically, and like be the people that scared people.
Oh, yeah. One of the houses over here used to do that, too.
Yeah.
Obviously, much smaller space because these houses are not very big.
Yeah, the one that I'm talking about, their dad is an anesthesiologist.
Oh,
They
so
had-
he makes money.
They had a decent basement, decent sized basement.
Yeah. Justin Schultz does not look good so far this season.
I mean, the defense in general hasn't looked great.
Well, I'm just saying, just in general,
Yeah.
compared to his first, 2 seasons here?
Yeah, his first 2 seasons gotten paid here.
Yeah, and now he's back to looking like the guy that Edmonton didn't want anymore. I thought he'd have a bounce back year, but not looking good so far.
But then again, it's only game 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to say anything when we haven't even had like a calendar week of games yet.
Yeah. And game 2, they shuffled the lineup already. They're going to continue to shuffle the decor because what else do you do?
Yeah, I think the only lines that Malkin got hurt,
Yeah.
but the only thing they weren't
When
going to
they're
touch
healthy.
when they're healthy, the only thing they weren't going to touch was like Galchenyuk and Malkin together, and then Crosby and Gensel together.
I think the only things they weren't going to touch were the second and third line in total.
Well, like as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was with Galchenyuk and?
Well, Tanev got
And-
sent down from the first line.
Oh yeah, Tanev is on that line.
Now he's on the second line because it's Samoan.
Which Tanev looks good.
he does. It's
I like Tanev,
I do too. It sucks. His contract sucks.
and it's not even like it sucks. That the only thing that sucks is how long it is.
The duration. Yeah.
Like besides that, I'm okay with the number for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it after like the first like 3 or 4 years, it might suck after that.
Yeah.
But it might not as well.
Also,
But
somebody on Twitter, I can't remember who it was for the life of me. It's probably in one of my retweets. Said the top pairing defensemen for the Jets tonight are just snowflakes bundled together in a human body shape
Yeah.
because they really are. It's Neil Pionk and someone else.
Yeah, they don't have a great defensive pairings tonight, and that just makes this game even worse.
Well, they lost Tyler Myers. They lost Trouba. Bufflin might retire.
Yeah, and then
Morrissey's
hurt, and then someone else is hurt as well.
I don't even know the rest of their defensemen
Neither
anymore.
do I.
Like- And of course, they're making them look all pro. Whatever the hell it is, all star, whatever.
yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get more into hockey as time goes on. Like you said, it's
a
kinda hard
long
to go-
season.
Yeah, it's hard to go
It's a
off.
6-month season.
Yeah, it's hard to go off
So-
2.5 games. So, as of right now, it's not panic. It's not time to worry. It's just not great.
Yeah, I mean, they could have a terrible start and then turn it on sometime in the season,
Yeah.
and then we won't even be thinking about this. I mean, last year, for example, they started off well. They were good in October. They go into November, and they had that 4-game Western Canada road trip
Yeah.
where
The hell.
they absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, I don't know.
They absolutely annihilated. They won against Toronto, and then they annihilated Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver all 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And when I say they won the Vancouver game 10-1. They won against Winnipeg 7-1.
Yeah.
The Edmonton game was the game that Sid had that overtime goal, where McDavid was just looking at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just sitting and staring at him watching.
Yeah.
And we were riding so high off that, and then look at how the rest of the season went out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was almost right. If it wasn't for that last game and Sid and Gensel putting the team on their backs, they would have missed the playoffs.
yeah, and I mean, we should probably wait for Smitty to do our playoff predictions, even though the season has started.
Do we want Ryan to do them?
I mean, I'm picking Pens in 4.
Every round.
Every round,
Every round. Pens
Yeah.
in 4.
They're playing 16 games, no more.
So I think we'll hold off.
Yeah, we'll hold off for a little
But
bit.
at the same time, that's the point. Even if we picked them next week or so, we still don't know for sure what teams are going to do. We're
Yeah.
literally less than a week into the season. So
Yeah. Do you guys want to do college football first?
um,
That's up to you two because I don't have.
let's do the
place.
NFL first because
Yeah.
we can just save that for the last.
Okay.
NFL. So last time we talked,
Yeah, it was
Steelers
the
had
Seahawks.
lost to the Seahawks. So since then, they had a disappointing loss to the 49ers.
Did the Fitzpatrick trade happen yet?
Yeah.
The week before?
His first game was against the Niners, so that happened
So that trade happened
after
after
week
our
2, I
show.
think.
Well, that happened. No, because we recorded on Tuesday, and it happened on Monday.
yeah. Yeah.
So it did happen.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, let's start with the 49ers game.
Okay. So 49ers game,
The defense looked great.
they had 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
Or takeaways, I should say.
It should have been 6.
Yeah, and the offense just did nothing with them at
Yeah.
all.
What,
That's
2
where
field
they-
goals?
That's where they lost the game. They had 5 turnovers in the first half, had 6 points.
Yeah.
That's where you lose the game right there, no matter what. So, I mean, I think I saw a stat that they're getting turnovers. I think it's almost every game. There's
Yeah.
two or three. They just can't score.
I think,
Yeah,
except for the
New England
England game.
game.
Yeah,
but,
and we'll get into it a little bit more. The defense has been great.
I mean,
yeah, for the most
Despite
part,
the
they've-
scheme. Great.
Minka's been good.
Yes.
Devin
Steven
Bush.
Nelson's been amazing.
He's hurt.
Is he?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow. When
getting Vince back for the running game is good.
he surprisingly did well Sunday.
He's good for the
Well,
run
he's good
defense.
against run game.
Yeah.
The
Passing,
he's
if he has to
awful.
cover someone, it's not great.
Devin Bush is surprisingly good in the pass game.
Man,
That's 'cause it's how
he's
quick
so
he
good.
is.
Yeah.
He's so fast.
That pick he had that probably shouldn't have counted was kind of elite.
Oh yeah, whenever he went up and grabbed it and
Yeah.
hit the floor.
Nah, he
yeah.
got it. He got it.
I mean, I'm gonna say he got it regardless.
he got it.
The ball didn't move. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we're good on that.
But yeah,
But then the only what were the touchdowns in that game? Juju had like a
Juju had
73-yard
that,
touchdown.
yeah, and we gave away the jersey.
Did we?
Yeah, I can't remember who won it. Damn it. All I remember is he wears a size small. I think.
I'll say I don't remember either because we haven't
It's
had a
been
show
too long.
since
Yeah.
it was 3 weeks ago.
That was not the beginning of my frustration with Randy Fichtner, but this season it was
Dude, he sucks.
bad.
Did you
It
notice
pisses me off.
he calls a completely different game?
With Hodges,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then-
I don't
and
know.
I don't get it.
Like, it's not like Mason has a weak arm. He has
Dude,
a very
college-
strong arm.
In college, Mason was known for
He-
throwing deep balls.
He
Yeah.
lit Pitt up all the time.
He threw for almost 500 yards against Pitt his senior year.
Yeah.
He has
At
a strong,
Pitt.
He has a strong arm. Let him throw the ball downfield. And then when Hodges comes in, he lets him throw downfield.
Randy's
He's
I
like,
don't get it.
You're an FCS quarterback. Just go sling it.
Here's the thing. I said last year when during the season, I said Fichtner should not have been hired. Period. End of story.
That's Ben's
Because
buddy.
it was specifically for Ben.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a bad idea for somebody who's 30, 9, 8 at the time, 7, whatever, too old.
Yeah, his play calling just makes me so mad.
It's horrible.
Cat. Awful.
What?
It works sometimes.
It worked against the
bad,
Bengals.
They need-
against bad teams.
They need to ditch it. Period. You shouldn't have your running back trying to throw.
Yeah.
a
Well, now
pass.
No.
Jalen Samuels is out for a month.
Well, if I see Benny
Wait.
Snell in the Wildcat, dude, I'm smashing
So,
my head through my.
I don't
garage
think
door.
Benny Snell is athletic enough
So
to
I
run
assume, I assume you two were watching the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Jalen Samuels was the backup if Hodges got hurt. Who's the backup now? Paxton Lynch.
Paxton Lynch probably, yeah.
If they sign him off the practice squad,
I mean, they're gonna have to.
They have one QB.
do you think they're not just going to put Juju back there?
Nah. I mean,
Do you put it past them?
what was it? Well, do we have any? Do we have any college? Do we have any college quarterbacks on our team that could be like an emergency QB? Because I remember. Do you remember whenever Heath Miller was like the emergency QB? If like both, if like Batch and
Yeah, I remember.
Ben both got
I
hurt.
don't think so though.
The one I remember. This is terrible of me to say, but I remember the one game. I remember Heath being like the backup basically, and Batch was in. I was like, I mean, even if he gets banged up for like a play, I just want to see it. But yeah, so 49ers game, they lost 24-20.
So the other touchdown in the 49ers game was Deontay Johnson.
Oh
Yeah.
That was his first touchdown.
that was wide open.
And that was it though.
Yeah.
They scored 24 points. Rudolph had 2 TDs and 1 pick.
Yeah. And the weirdest part about the offense, too, is the running game has been non-existent at the same time.
Part of that, the O-line has been
Awful. And nobody's talking about how old they actually are.
They are old. I mean, and I think part of it is Munchak leaving too.
Probably.
But still, like, if your line don't block, it don't matter who your quarterback is.
Yeah.
Don't matter if we have Le'Veon. You know, we're not going to get no blocking the run. So
I mean, unless it's Andrew Luck, apparently, because Andrew Luck did well without a line.
so does Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Apparently.
which is shocking.
Dude, they're 4-1.
How?
I don't know. They're a good team.
You know what the sad thing is though about the AFC?
It sucks.
Who's good outside the Pats and the Chiefs? You can't sit there and
Good?
tell me
No
that
one.
there's a good third option.
I mean, I think the Colts are decent.
I mean, yeah.
I
but
think they're very underrated.
the AFC North sucks. Okay.
Yeah, very
AFC
bad.
North is
So-
the AFC North the worst division in football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you take
So-
the Pats out of their division, that division's ass.
Bills. Bills are good.
Yeah, they're 4-1.
Really?
I think.
Who
Or
have
Yeah,
they
they're
played?
4-1.
Who have they played?
I don't know. But real quick though, the AFC North sucks.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
The Steelers are sitting at 1-4.
Yeah.
If they-
Bengals are 0-5.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Browns are what, 2-3?
yeah, and the Ravens are 3-2. If the Steelers win somehow Sunday night against the Chargers, they'll be 2-4. Then
The Chargers didn't look good this week.
and then they have a bye week.
Yeah.
And then they face Miami. So they could really
Like it's legitimate. You can legitimately talk yourself into
Yeah,
saying
like,
the Steelers
I'm
are not
sitting-
out of the division.
So
Are they the best worst team?
they're
the like the best bad team.
Yes.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Considering the circumstances, like they're down to their third quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You had one tear something in his elbow, which they still haven't announced what he did. We just know it wasn't Tommy John.
Yeah.
And then you literally had Mason die on the field.
Basically.
yeah.
He got hit so hard he got sent back to the 1920s.
Which, unpopular take, I don't think that hit was that dirty.
After going back and watching,
After I look at it, I don't think it was. I mean,
When you're watching it live, of
when
course
you're
it
watching
does.
live, it's dirty. But then when you look at the replay, he like hits him like right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's what I want to bring up. Right as he throws that ball, he screams. If he doesn't scream, does he still get knocked out?
I don't know.
How do you know him? Notice him screaming?
I just watched his. I was watching his face when he
Oh.
got hit,
Who
and I
was
saw
that?
right as he threw the ball, he just opens his mouth.
He might just be like trying to put a little more effort on it.
Well,
No.
yeah, it's the grunt, but still.
But
What was I
real,
about to look up?
real quick, so the Steelers face the Chargers, then they have a bye,
Mhm.
and they face Miami, so they could realistically be sitting at 3-4.
Very real.
And
Then-
their schedule for the rest of the season.
It's
easy.
awful. Like they have the Colts and then the Rams.
Don't
Two-
speak ill of the Colts.
Two good back-to-back games, and
Yeah.
then
Nothing.
it kind of sucks. Like Cleveland, Cincy, and then Cleveland again, Arizona, Buffalo, and then the Jets.
Like if they're able to, if you can guarantee 2 wins out of either, well, I mean obviously you can't, but like, if you can guarantee 2 wins out of either the Chargers, Rams, which that one's I'm already locking it as an L, Colts, and the Ravens game at the end of the season, I think you can make a legitimate case this team could get to 8 wins.
And then what would the rest of the division look like? Because the Ravens still have to play, I think, Seattle or did they already play Seattle?
No,
They
they
still
don't.
have to.
Seattle and New England still. Like, the Steelers suck.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm talking myself into that. We're going to compete for the division.
Is the team that makes the playoffs from the AFC North gonna be under 500?
We could realistically have a 7-9 home playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
7-9. You remember that one year?
Who was it?
Wasn't
The Texans?
it, or was it San Fran or Seattle? Remember that
I re-
division? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure it was the NFC South.
Hold on. I think it was the
I'm
Texans.
pretty sure it was like
Someone
the
was 7-9.
it was like the Falcons conference
yeah.
where
I couldn't remember who it was.
someone I thought they were worse than 7-9.
Was it 6-10 then?
I honestly thought they only won like 5 or 6 games and they won the division.
That's
like-
awful. That's awful.
That's terrible. So, Philly, or not Philly, Buffalo has played. So their first 3 games weren't that hard. They played New York, which or New York Jets, which they won, and then they played the Giants, which I believe was Eli's last game. As a starter, and then they played Cincinnati and won. But then they played New England, and they played them really tough.
Without Allen.
Allen got knocked out, and they played them really tough. They only lost 16-10, and then they played Tennessee last week at Tennessee. When Tennessee's not a terrible team.
No, their offense sucks.
Yeah, I mean they
They have a good defense though.
Yeah. Yes, very.
That's the thing. They have a good defense. They have no protection for their quarterbacks.
No. I mean, I don't like Mariota in the first place, but yeah.
Did Tannehill start?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know. But yeah, so they won that game. So the Bills are 4-1. Don't we? Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's the only hope we got.
Do we play the Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Week 15, 16, one of them.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to take guesses on the 2 teams that have made the playoffs under 500? All within
Ever?
the past decade. Yes.
Ever.
All within the past decade.
I'm going to go with Falcons. Is that one of them? Probably not.
No.
Is it from the Falcons division?
There's one from the South.
And
The NFC
NFC
South.
South.
Probably the Saints.
What are the teams in the NFC South?
Buccaneers,
Falcons,
Saints,
Actually-
Buccaneers.
Panthers.
Is it the
Okay, I'm
Panthers?
sorry. There's 2.
Wait, what?
There's 2 from the NFC South that
So
have done it.
I'm guessing we already said them.
Maybe.
Panthers.
Panthers and Saints?
Saints were the last one to do Panthers were the last one to do it.
So-
Saints were the first one.
So Saints was the last. Where are they 6-10? Does it
No,
say?
Panthers.
Oh.
Panthers were 7, 8 and 1, and they made
Nice.
the playoffs.
Tie.
And then what was the Saints?
The Saints were. Oh wait, sorry, it was the Seahawks. I read too far ahead.
Okay.
7 and 9, 4 years earlier.
That could be the AFC North. This
So
year.
2010 Seahawks were 7 and 9.
Especially
They made
because
the
like
playoffs.
it's not even like there's one like clear cut dominant team in the AFC North. Like
That's what I'm saying.
obviously like the Ravens are in first, but I don't think they are that dominant. Look at how they played us. They
I read a stat where they averaged like in the games for the Steelers, it was like 6 yards per rush, and they averaged 3 last week.
really? Yeah. Like I just
The Steelers, they have a good defense,
yeah.
but they're really banking on.
When's the last time that Pittsburgh football and Pitt and the Steelers had both had good defenses?
Never.
2009.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably.
literally. I mean, they're banking on a 39-year-old quarterback coming back from a major shoulder surgery.
How can you do that? How?
So they're giving up their future first, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
Getting Minka,
Hey,
He-
apparently we might get a first by trading Tomlin.
do it.
2 potentially.
I don't really like Tomlin.
Yeah, we
honest
know
with
that.
you. I hate him.
I know that. I just don't see that happening.
Oh, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
if the
wish it
Redskins
would.
really want him.
but yeah, I mean,
The AFC
the
just sucks in general.
whenever people were complaining about them giving up their first round pick for Minka, I'm telling you, they were not going to pick a quarterback even
No.
if they had their first round pick.
No. Imagine Goodell coming on stage and saying with the Pittsburgh Steelers first round pick in 2020, whatever year it is, 2020, they select Minka Fitzpatrick. That's basically
That's
what
basically
it is.
what happened, and then it's
He's improved the defense.
By a lot?
I mean, you already got a good defense, and the only expiring deals are, I think it's Bud Dupree,
Which he's actually looked decent
Sean
this year.
Davis.
Sean Davis,
Who's gone?
Hargrave, and Hilton, I think.
Hilton's going to get paid.
Either they're going to have to choose between Hilton and Hargrave, or none. It could be none. I think the biggest loss would be Hilton. He's their best tackler.
I feel like it might be easier to draft a nose tackle than it is
Fitzpatrick Pitts.
a slot corner. Yeah.
Well, but like Hilton, you like never see in coverage. He's always blitzing out of the slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like,
he's good at it.
yeah, he's gonna get paid. I think Donnie tweeted it that Mike Hilton is gonna get paid.
He is. Yeah, it was Donnie.
Just make sure it's the Steelers.
Yes.
You know?
Dude, our schedule between the Rams and Baltimore is like a cupcake.
I think we have the third easiest schedule.
I think it's a second.
Remaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like between the Rams and the Baltimore, the 6 games between there:
A cupcake.
Cleveland, Cincy, Cleveland,
yeah.
Arizona,
That's what I'm
Buffalo,
saying.
Jets.
Like I'm sitting here talking to myself, and that the Steelers are going to be in the playoffs.
It's like, am I really saying that we could win all 6 of those games?
Yeah. 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 I think we finished with 8 wins.
There's no way we're losing to Cincy.
Hargrave is the priority. Grooming Sutton to take Hilton's spot. Plus, you'll have Lane with the red shirt year, pretty much. Smitty.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong. What I'm saying is, though, like, Hilton would be a big loss.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Sutton's looked good this year.
He has.
Hargrave has looked good the past 2 years. He's going to get paid, too.
Yeah.
Just probably
Last
not by the Steelers.
season, I said Cam Sutton did not deserve a spot on the team, from what I saw.
Artie Burns does not deserve a spot on the team.
No, he does not. He had a much better season
Got
already
that
this
5th-year
year.
option.
Special teams specialist is what he is.
Yes, now he is. Do you see him as a gunner? It was kind of good.
That's his only option at this point.
Yeah.
He can't cover. You remember last year when Tyler Boyd ran a simple
Yeah.
route and he turned the other way?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, good segue, because we'll talk about the Bengals game next.
Yeah.
I was there for once.
So was I. Fun fact, I've only been to 5 Steeler games in my life.
Okay.
They've all been night games. And it
All
was
against the Bengals.
no. I went to 2 in 2005 or 2006, the year after they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I went to the opening game, which was against Miami, and then I went to a game in December against Cleveland. And then in 2012, I went against the Chiefs. And then 2 years ago, I went to the Thursday night game against the Titans. And then I went against Cincy. I'm 5-0 when I go to Steeler
Wow.
games.
Go to playoff games.
I really
Hey.
should be 2-0, but they blew it in that Chargers game
That's right.
like 5 times.
That's right.
You hate to see it.
It was hysterical. I was cracking up.
That game pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
the game
I'm-
that Sean Davis killed Joe Hayden, right? In the end zone, whenever he went to go pick
I think.
Yeah.
Allen's
yeah.
ball and he hit his own teammate.
That was the same one where James Conner got hurt. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm 5-0 at Steeler games.
Fair
So
enough. Get season Smitty, give him your season
yeah,
tickets.
give me your season tickets, bro.
Well, the Penguins are 1-0 when I go this year. So
Buy season tickets.
They're 0-1 when I go,
But yeah.
and I'm going Thursday night.
Uh-oh.
Well. But yeah, the game against the Bengals was overall
It
pretty
was
good.
different. Like running Wildcat.
See, they got too comfortable with that.
And the Bengals are a
Game.
bad team too.
They are a very bad team.
They have a legitimate chance of going 0-16.
Yeah. They're very bad.
So,
Which sucks because they might draft Justin Herbert.
hey,
Yeah.
Or they could suck again next year and draft Trevor Lawrence.
that's probably what's going to
That's
happen.
the QB to tank for right there.
Yeah.
That's why I've like said like all year since this happened. I wish this happened next year.
Yeah.
Because if this happened next year, I would be all in on
For
losing
Tank.
every single game.
Yeah.
You draft Trevor Lawrence, and then your quarterback, like, as far as we know, your quarterback problems are solved. He could
Playing-
come to the league and suck.
Playing the
But
real
he
thinking
could.
man's game,
But that's a quarterback worth tanking for.
breaking out the thinking man. Trade your first round pick this season for Minka. Bring Ben back. Tank with Ben to draft Taylor Lawrence.
Tank
whatever
with
his name
Ben.
is.
Ben has what, 2 years left?
I think, yeah.
After, he
And
has
like
got next
$40
year.
million.
He's
Dollars.
making like $30 million a year.
40.
Oh, was it 40?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Who signed him that?
What's
Kevin
his name?
Colbert.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, if he doesn't come back, then
I don't think he should.
that's like
Just
that's
for
like over $40 million off the books.
because that elbow injuries are hard to come back from.
He's 39 too, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, 4-1-2 left on the clock.
Sponsor.
Sponsor.
They're gonna get sued.
The defense looked very good in the game against the Bengals again.
Yeah.
Like all around this time. The offensive line in the game against the 49ers definitely had some weak moments. But this all around they looked very good.
That was the first game with Minka though, so it was like
Yeah. It was going to take
you
some
kind of
gelling.
It
expected.
was his second game with Minka.
Was it?
No.
Minka played in 49ers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's right.
Oh, I
that's
thought
right.
you were talking about the 49ers. Though.
Yeah, Minka had a
Oh, yeah, he had 2 picks, didn't he? That game.
Yeah.
What the hell am I talking about?
The offense, you could definitely see it gelling a little bit more.
yeah.
The Wildcats worked because, like I said, the Bengals are bad. Worked a couple times. Rudolph didn't look bad. He got a lot of people.
Let him throw downfield.
I mean, yeah.
There were like
Jesus Christ.
there were like 2 passes in the Bengals game where he threw like beyond the line of scrimmage,
yeah.
and it was a touchdown to Connor and the touchdown to Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
So they say they trust Rudolph.
Into the mic.
It's not showing that they trust Rudolph. They're
Yeah,
saying
no.
they do. I mean, when you're letting them throw it 5 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
And especially going into Sunday after Rudolph gets hurt, having Hodges come in, and all of a sudden you just let him go loose.
see, it's like that whole Juju hate, which we have Mr. Popular right here.
Oh boy.
Um,
Yeah, literally.
like how
Clout.
Smitty like
how
tweet.
can you like blame the receivers when they have a different QB?
Yeah. Every
like-
week.
Like Ben was week 1. I'm sure Juju would be better with Ben. He gets Mason. They won't let him throw the ball.
Even week 2, Ben shouldn't have started.
No.
He was
but
complaining
he
about his
did it.
elbow against New England.
And then now they're gonna have Hodges. Like,
Yeah.
That's 3 different quarterbacks.
Duck.
Yes. What week are we in now? 5.
6.
Six.
6.
That's 3 different quarterbacks going into the 6th week.
Yeah.
I don't care what receiver you.
You
are.
haven't had a starting quarterback for like
4.
longer than
He's finally getting on the page with
like 2
Mason.
weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now he gets hurt. Now he has to work with Hodges.
Yeah.
Which it looked like Hodges actually threw the ball to Juju.
Yeah, he had like this. He tied for the best passer rating on Sunday.
Dude, that fumble. I don't think Juju could have played
No.
that any
No.
better, man.
No, there. Like in the moment, I was like, Juju
Don't get me
cannot
started.
lose that ball.
Hey, Herb said this is all on Juju.
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's
and
what-
I was about to.
Yeah. So in the moment, I did tweet that.
You said full on Juju, and I was like,
And
yeah,
then
I'm
he
gonna
quoted
full on
it
fuck
later.
you up.
Yes.
And then he quoted it later and said, "Okay, now I take it back."
Yes.
Probably
That,
saw my tweet.
that
No, I did not. I was at work.
that punch by
Elite.
Humphrey, dude,
Textbook.
he gets it. He takes 2 steps and is punched.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know what you want to do there.
I
What
put a rubber band on this, and I was trying to hook it under here, and it actually flung up, and I have no idea where it went.
Oh well.
Yeah, it was a perfect play.
Yeah, it really was. It was a textbook tackle. It was a textbook punch.
Like Humphrey tried to do that. I'm
He
assuming,
tried to do it
earlier in the
assuming
game.
we're moving on to the Ravens game right now, right? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
kind of where we're at.
Yeah. He tried to do that earlier, and
Juju should
Failed.
fail.
Juju
Yeah.
shrugged him off, and he scored.
Yeah. The bigger issue with that play, even though I definitely see the logic behind it, is Hodges diving for the man, not the ball.
Well, it took like a spin.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, at first, everyone's like, why didn't Hodges dive on the ball?
Exactly.
But after you look at the replay, it has
Yeah.
a little spin on it.
Because that bounce was incredible.
But really, that game should have never went to overtime
No?
because it was like second and
That
like 15.
horrible pass interference, or
That,
roughing the
that
passer call.
roughing the passer, it would have been
All
3rd
right.
and 15.
Yeah.
Can we
Are we
Which
about
they
to get
probably
to
would
your
have blown
tweet?
anyway.
Can we talk about how never in the history of sports has one play ever decided a game?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, in the 4th, that defense was looking good. It would have been 3rd and long. They could have got it.
They probably would.
It shouldn't have came down to that regardless.
No. I'm saying so.
Juju's fumble.
Juju's fumble. Everybody's bitching in my mentions. Okay, about when that fumble happened, and the thing. Okay, so regarding my tweet, I'll just say it. I tweeted that. What's really funny though is my boss today when I came into work, he was like, I saw you on Twitter. And I was he's like one of his college friends like retweeted it.
He's like, hey.
I was like, he's like, this is you, right? And I'm like, yeah.
Don't follow.
Don't follow me. So regarding that tweet, I just saw people on my timeline saying that they were giving up on Juju, like they're done with Juju. And that annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
It's like, I am not saying that fumble doesn't matter. It does. You have to hold on to the ball. But at the same time, like saying that you're done with Juju because of that is like blasphemy.
You should be done with James Conner before
I
Juju.
think that is so idiotic to say that.
Yeah.
Because if it comes down to it, you're in the 4th quarter, you need to throw the ball to one person. Who on the team are you throwing it to besides him? Like, would you rather throw it to besides him?
Honestly,
and James Washington was hurt at this point. Who knows how long he's going to be
like,
out.
I'm throwing it to Juju every day of the week.
Yeah.
So that's why I went back and I was like, I just went on to Pro Football Reference for everybody telling me to check my sources, you fucking idiots.
Wow.
I love it. No, dude, his mentions are awful. I went
Dude,
through them.
I'm getting attacked.
Yeah, you are.
I went to Pro Football Reference and I don't care if it's fumbles lost, whatever. I was just seeing how many times they put it on the ground.
Yeah.
And I looked up, and the first one I looked up was Hines Ward. I'm like, okay, let me just see how many times we fumbled. I was thinking of like Steeler names that like people love.
Yeah.
So I looked up Hines Ward, and I'm like, okay, he had 3. He fumbled 3 times.
Who had
his
like
first
16?
Louis Lips had 15. But like I looked up Hines Ward. I'm like, okay, now who's next? So I was like, okay, let's see another Steeler. Antonio Brown. He had 5.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, who's another one? Santonio Holmes. He had like 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was just like, okay. I looked up Lynn Swan, Louis Lips, Hines Ward, Plexico Burris,
Randall
Antoine Randall Ellis,
Mike
Antonio
Wallace.
Holmes, Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, Antonio Brown, and they all had more than Juju. Granted, the year's not over. I know that, but I'm just saying through the first 3 years, every single one of them had more than Juju has in his first 3 years.
My favorite responses to that tweet were the people going, I had to look up 3 of these names. It's legit.
Yeah, there were people that like looked me up to see if my numbers were accurate.
But like the thing that I don't get is he has 2 career fumbles.
Yeah.
It's not like he's fumbling
And don't
5
get me wrong,
times a year.
There is
Exactly. Like fucking Antoine Randall. What are you doing fumbling 14 times in 3 years?
Yeah. Like
Granted, I know those aren't always fumbles lost. There's just fumbles on Pro Football Reference. They just listed as fumbles.
Yeah.
But my thing was not looking at that. I was just looking at how many times they put on the ground, because whether your team lost the fumble or not, it's still unreliable of you to drop the ball.
Yeah.
Whether you lost it or not.
Yeah.
So that was my point. I just think it's dumb, and that tweet is not defending that fumble particularly.
How many fumbles?
I'm defending Juju himself for like people not giving up on him.
How many
like
fumbles
saying
does-
you're done with him is stupid.
How many fumbles does James Conner have?
Like 5.
last year he fumbled like 5 or 6 times. This
Yeah.
year he's fumbled
Twice?
Is it 3? 2. 2 or
I don't know.
3.
I know within the past 2 years.
He technically fumbled
He has,
away
like,
the 49ers game if you're going to go off the Juju scale.
Yeah, because we got that turnover.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go off that scale, he fumbled. He caused the tie. In
He almost
Cleveland
fumbled
too.
in the Ravens game too.
Yeah.
But my thing is, so someone replied to me and was like, "Sports are not a vacuum. Not all those fumbles
I saw
mean the
that.
same thing."
I saw that.
And
yeah.
I was like, "Okay, sports are not a vacuum. One play has never decided a game. You freaking moron."
Yeah.
Like, so this, I was thinking about this. I used to joke, because I like to joke about LeBron. I used to, at least. I don't really anymore.
King.
But I used to joke about LeBron, and I would say, without Kyrie and Ray Allen, he only has 1 ring.
It's true though.
Well,
I mean, it's true.
Because in game 6, Ray Allen hit that jumper in Miami.
Let's not talk about that final.
that was incredible.
And then
Let's not talk about that.
So
final.
in game 6, he won the next year. Let's relax.
Yeah, but he could have went back to back.
Yeah.
He could.
But-
he could have finished with more than Kobe.
Yeah, but so Ray Allen hit that jumper, and that forced game 7.
with everyone
And-
leaving the arena.
Yeah, so without that, and I would like joke like, okay, if he didn't hit that, then he doesn't have that ring. And then the
Basically.
same thing with 2016. Kyrie is the one that hit the shot,
Mm-hmm.
not him. And I was like, okay, without Kyrie hitting that shot, like he doesn't have that ring.
But
but at the same time, and then people were attacking me like, yeah, but like every play that like look at what LeBron did throughout the game. It's like that's my point. Is
Yeah.
like with this Juju fumble, is that you can't say that one play lost the game. That one play might have like ended the game. Like it might have been like the last thing that happened.
yeah,
But like take into example, like you're telling me like the without that roughing the passer, like the Steelers win the game.
Yeah.
And you're telling me like Jalen Samuel's still in that pick, terrible field position, like that doesn't affect the game.
That was
Yeah.
stupid,
Like
though.
no one play has ever caused the game to like lose.
very rarely. Let's say it's 0-0 going into OT. Somebody trips over the blue line, and it gives a breakaway, and the guy scores. That play technically led to the loss.
Yes, but you
it-
could have had
but-
other chances
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happened during the game. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just don't get all the hate that he gets. It's just 2 fumbles, you know. It's just so
Smitty, what the
happened-
fuck are you talking about?
That was the exact quote from
Oh.
Smitty.
Oh. But it just so happened that his 2 fumbles happened in crunch time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the notion that the fumble, like these 2 fumbles, like ended the seasons, like that makes me so mad.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so
I-
stupid.
Like
It's
you're
stupid.
telling me that fuck, you're telling me that like letting the Oakland Raiders like drive down the field and take the lead with like a
Oh,
minute
yeah.
left, like
Yeah.
that didn't that didn't lose the season, or throwing a pick in the end zone against Denver, that didn't lose the
To,
season.
like a defensive
Like-
tackle.
That's what I mean, where like that one play doesn't decide everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just like to scapegoat that. It's so fucking annoying.
But in this town/city,
You get it now, Smitty?
no one.
James Neal. What about James Neal? Did he score?
I think he has a hat trick.
I told
Oh.
him that James Neal's going to have a career year playing on the same line as McDavid.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so would
you
I.
are not
Before
wrong.
the season,
So would
and-
I.
And then he told me I was stupid.
Ah.
And now he scored 4 goals tonight.
4?
So you're stupid, Smitty.
See, here's the thing. You're not wrong
You're
about James Neal.
replaced.
You're not wrong about James Neal. You know what the Oilers are wrong about? Thomas Yurko starting on the other side of
Hey.
Connor McDavid. He didn't play an NHL game last year.
Well,
At least they told Draisaitl
Now-
to grow up and play center.
now he is. So
Yeah. Shane's their 4th-line center.
Is he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have a good, like, center depth.
Yep.
The
Still gonna-
wings.
Still gonna miss the playoffs.
The wings suck. Their defense sucks. Their goalies suck.
Yep.
we all can't be perfect.
They had 200-point players.
The
last
Oilers
year and
haven't
they
been
missed the
perfect
playoffs.
since Gretzky was on their team.
Yeah. So that's my whole point on the Juju thing. I think it's so idiotic.
When I
how
saw your
people
tweet,
think.
I'm like, this could blow up, but then it couldn't.
Well, the thing was, so I don't know why it blew up.
No.
I don't know why it blew up, because die please.
Is that die?
I don't know why it blew up, because I saw like Mike in Illinois retweet it, you retweeted it, like Mitch Nagy retweeted it, and I was like, okay,
That's when you're in
those
for shit.
Well, it's like that. No, I was like, so those are like normal people, like retweeting it, and normally those will happen on tweet, like our friend, like my tweets or like other friends' tweets, like where our friends will retweet it, and then it's like it stops there. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't go
Yeah.
any further.
Once
But-
Mitch retweets something, you're in the thick
No,
of
but
it.
Currently,
I thought that it could do big numbers, so I got off Twitter for a couple hours. I watched the Sunday night game. I come back, and it's close to 1,000 likes.
Yeah, I got off Twitter. It was at like 200 likes or something like that. I went and saw Joker. Got back on after the movie. It's at like 3,000.
It's
It's
like
current-
11,000 or something.
well, no. So it's currently at 1,652 retweets and 8,180 likes,
Smitty numbers.
and it has
I think that's what he said too.
and it has been seen by 553,000 people.
500.
Impressions.
Oh.
553,000.
Actually,
like,
I think I had a tweet that almost made 1 million.
like
but
our one
that-
our
yeah.
one tweet that we had from our podcast account. We were happy when it got over 100,000,
Yeah.
and this 5 times that.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
I was like, I mean, my mentions are just a dumpster fire.
Oh yeah.
It's either people like agreeing with me or people basically telling me I'm an idiot to kill myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I had one tweet before the season last year about Jesse James. All I had sent was a picture of him after he scored a touchdown, just bang bang. And I had 500 likes on the tweet, and I don't know how many replies that kept going for 3 goddamn days.
yeah, like I'm happy that I didn't get ratioed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy I got all the retweets and likes because I got 220. I have 227 replies,
Yeah.
and that's just not including how many times it's been quoted.
Yeah.
It's been
Sure.
quoted over 100, at least
At
100
least, yeah.
times. But yeah, that was funny. That's definitely my biggest tweet ever. That was so
That's
funny.
what
when
she said.
That was so funny when I walked into work and my boss was like, "I saw you on Twitter." It's like,
Don't follow me,
It's like,
please.
oh god.
Yeah. Please block me.
But I gained like 40 followers.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
So did the podcast.
Yeah, because I plugged us.
Somebody
There
I
you
was
did.
go.
I did that thing that people do when they have a viral tweet, and it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, go follow my Instagram." I was like, "While y'all are here, go follow my podcast at
Somebody-
Around 4 and 2."
somebody
We-
replied to that,
We
and he's
gained
like-
like 30 followers.
Yeah, somebody replied to that, and he's like, "So you're calling us all assholes, but
Yeah,
you're telling us to follow
you're
your
telling
product."
us
And I'm like,
you're telling us to
yes.
shut the fuck up, but to follow your podcast. Like,
Yes.
yeah, do
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you pleb.
You're smart, or I'm smart. You're not.
Exactly. But yeah, that was my whole take on the Juju thing.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. Like, I'm not defending the fumble. You have to hold on to the ball, even though it was a great play by Marlon Humphrey. You can't defend the fumble. Like, hold on to the ball. But people either giving up on Juju, saying that lost the season, especially this season. There's still 11 fucking games left, you idiots.
I mean, the Steelers are a couple plays away from being 4-1
Yeah.
instead of 1-4.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just so annoying, and that was my whole thing with it. I hate people. That's why I said I hate all sports fans.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who they cheer for, Pittsburgh or not. I hate all fans because I think they're all morons.
They are.
Yeah.
90,
And I told-
98%.
So I was
of fans are
watching the Yankees game with Sarge last night,
Okay.
and so Sarge the last year or last season, whenever Simone didn't score on a bad feed from Gensel.
Ah.
I remember this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's continued, by the way.
So Smitty and I were like talking to him, like basically trying to tell him like there's no way Simone could have scored. It was a bad pass from Gensel, and just the way we were talking, he called us assholes. Because I was like, listen, we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel all the time. Like, and I've apologized to Sarge for how I went about that.
multiple times.
But at the same time, that's how I feel with pretty much any sports fan.
yeah.
It's like, you're all morons. I know what I'm talking about.
Like,
Yeah.
if I said something about college football that was wrong, he would come back at me with the same exact thing, and I'd be like, okay.
It's 'cause
Yeah,
you-
especially
because
college
you-
football. Like,
because you
I know what
don't-
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You should get into
That's
college
why I got-
football, though.
That's why I got
I
so
can't.
Why?
That's why I got so
There's
heated the other
too-
night.
There's too much going on.
In college?
Yes. There's too much to follow.
I mean, there are 130 teams.
Yeah, but you don't have to watch every game
But I do.
like me and Beefy do.
But I do. That's
I
my
literally
thing.
watch. I watch everyone.
Like-
I'll watch anything MLB, anything NFL,
You
anything
need to-
NHL. I'll
You
watch
need to
NBA.
just pick one college
we want to talk
team.
about college football now. Are we done with the NFL?
Yeah, go for it.
Just pick one.
'Cause I
Oh,
mean-
wait. One more thing about the Steelers game on Sunday. The balls to defer in OT.
After hearing
yeah.
what
yeah.
he said,
Yeah.
I'm okay
What
with
did
that
he
call.
say?
He said, looking at how our kickoff did nothing and their kickoff or kick return, like our kick return wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, because Switzer sucks.
And so our defense has been playing well, and like we would get better field position by stopping them on defense than we would
yeah.
on the kickoff.
Yeah, and the defense
basically.
was great.
He basically said that we've been getting it on the 15 with Switzer.
Yeah.
When they punted it, we got it on the 35.
So, can I ask, why the fuck is Switzer still on the team?
Because he visits sick kids.
6.
You gotta have a white wide receiver unless you're
that,
racist.
That and he's Ben's buddy. He's literally Ben's buddy. That's
So
why
it's
he's-
Ben's team, quite literally.
Which sucks because like I love Switzer as a dude. I just don't
That's what I'm
care for
saying.
him as a football
He
player.
like-
Agreed.
They should have cut him and kept Eli Rogers.
Yeah.
Eli was perfect in the slot.
Or Deontay Spencer.
Anybody but Switz.
Yeah.
Switzerland is what I call him.
Switzer no hands.
Yeah.
Switz.
Like I don't They put Deontay Spencer back there returning punts in the Bengals game.
Yeah.
Like, why did you go back to Switzer?
Doesn't he already have like 2 punt returns for the Cardinals?
Yeah, I think so. Switzer just fair catches it every time.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of you being back there?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Like, he had one okay return on a punt on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was like for like 15 yards.
And we get hyped over that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than a fair catch.
Twitter was like, "Oh my God, he didn't wave his hand."
Literally.
Yeah. Steelers, we suck. Hopefully we do better.
So does
That's
the rest of the AFC North.
Let's go duck. Let's go duck hunting.
You want to know who's going to come out the NFC?
Huh.
You ready for this?
NFC, like all of it
Super Bowl NFC.
Green Bay Packers
I don't doubt
to
it.
to the Super Bowl.
Dude,
to the
their
Super Bowl.
their defense is nuts.
They have a good defense, and they have Aaron Rodgers. And they actually run the ball now.
Yeah. Dude, Aaron Jones, 4 touchdowns, baby.
Yeah.
200 points in a
He
fantasy
actually-
league.
He actually has a good defense that'll get him some stops so he doesn't have to score 40 a game.
Yeah.
Did we lose 4-1 by the way?
Yes.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
4-1.
4-1.
All right.
So
Whatever.
It's going to be Green Bay in New England. Green Bay wins.
I'm going to say it's Green Bay and the Colts.
Colts.
That's bold.
You think they're beating Brady?
I'm going Pat McAfee. Yes.
He did say that they were going to the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
saw that.
I am a big supporter of Jacoby Brissett. I know Smitty and Donnie both agree with me that he's much better than his fantasy worth. What are you doing?
I don't know. Playing with a mouse.
Good thing the battery's dead in there, else I'd be fucked. We could have stopped streaming there. But yeah,
I'm playing WoW.
Sitting in Discord by yourself.
Yeah.
yeah. The defense for the Colts has been very good. They beat the damn Chiefs in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I kind
mean-
of can't believe they did that.
Indy's a good team. They got good offensive
Yeah.
line. They got a really good defense. I don't think Leonard played. I don't think he played Sunday.
I don't think so.
So they beat the second best team in the AFC.
Yeah. Obviously without
their
Tyreek
best
Hill.
player. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I think they're missing their 2 starting safeties too.
yeah.
Um,
Hooker's out probably
Yeah.
for the year, ain't he?
I think. I don't remember. I know it's
Shame.
long term.
Whippeal.
Whoopi old King.
You hate to see it.
That's twice in his career he's missed extensive time, right? Already.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Trade for Jordan Whitehead.
He hasn't looked too bad
Another
in Tampa.
Whippeal boy.
Tampa also went off this week. I was heated
Tampa
about that.
sucks.
How did they do that against the Rams?
See, we should be Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans because they're mediocre, just
Yeah.
like the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, you heard it here first.
So we get upset
Chris-
over the Pirates.
Chris Godwin has been great for my fantasy team.
So now we can get upset at another Bucks team.
Who should I start in fantasy? Also, Smitty, if you're still here, you can weigh in on this. Who should I start in fantasy this week? The Buccaneers against, or like not the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston against Carolina, because I have so I have 3 quarterbacks on my roster.
What the?
Okay, so
Why?
listen. Hear me out.
Can you play 2 of them?
No.
No.
So hear me out.
Well, what's the point?
Hear me. The rest of my positions are studs. Okay, hear me out.
I'm hearing.
When I drafted my team, I had Andrew Luck and Jameis Winston.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Luck got out, so I started Jameis
Retired.
Winston. I picked, retired. Not got out. He just retired. So I picked up Josh Allen. I started Jameis Winston like the first 2 games. Sucked. So I put in Josh Allen, dropped Jameis Winston, picked up Matthew Stafford. So I had Stafford and Allen, and up until like 2 weeks ago, I was starting Allen, but then I didn't because he played the Patriots. And so I played Stafford, but then Stafford had a bye week, and Allen got hurt in the Patriots game, so I didn't want to rely on him being healthy,
Okay.
even though he got more points than Jameis Winston this week. So I picked up Jameis Winston again, but I didn't want to drop Allen or Stafford, and so I just picked him up, and so I have 3 quarterbacks on my roster right now. Allen has a bye week, and so I'm wondering, should I start Winston or should I start Stafford? Stafford plays at Green Bay.
Do you really trust Jameis though? You know what Stafford's going to give you.
At Green Bay?
He's going to have to throw the ball regardless.
But their defense is decent.
I mean, it's decent.
It's
yeah.
it's the 32nd worst matchup. according to Yahoo.
All I'm saying is, do you trust Jameis enough?
Against Carolina, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I need
That's
I
what it
need
comes
Smitty
down
to
to.
weigh in on this. I need Donnie to weigh in on this.
Tweet him.
Me, do you have any Detroit players like?
I have Kenny
receivers?
Galladay,
See, that right there would make me go Stafford.
but I also have Chris Godwin.
Well, shit.
And Chris Godwin's been a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. You know,
Mike Evans hasn't done. Mike Evans had 0 points this week.
You
Yeah.
know that game when he scored 40? He was on my bench
Really?
Oh.
because he was questionable all week.
Yeah.
And it was a 4:00 game, wasn't it? I
Mhm.
think. So I sat him because they said he was going to be on a snap count. Then 20 minutes before the game, they're like, "Oh no, he's fine." And I had already played.
You hate to see it.
Who the fuck did I play? Juju. I played Juju instead.
Mm.
And I mean, it sucked.
So, I have an interesting trade proposal in one of my leagues.
Oh God.
I would get Lamar Jackson
Why would you want to get Lamar Jackson?
if he rushing touchdowns.
Okay.
I also have Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray.
Wait, this is in our league.
No.
No, another
Baker
league. You have
sucks.
You have
Yeah.
Kyler Murray in our league.
Yeah.
You should drop Baker.
There are definitely options to pick up, but it'd be Lamar Jackson for T.Y. Hilton. I want to hold on to T.Y. Hilton because my wide receivers beyond that are Michael Thomas, Tyler Boyd, and DJ Chark and Terrell Williams.
Michael Thomas is a dog.
He is. So is DJ Chark. DJ Chark has been insane since Minshew took over.
That name's not real.
What?
DJ Chark.
DJ Chark Jr.
Junior.
Yeah.
That's not a real name.
I am going to try and finagle Lamar
I want
Jackson
this hat, and I can't find it anywhere.
for Tyler Boyd because AJ Green's going to come back sooner or later, and then try and flip Lamar Jackson for a wide receiver.
I mean,
I think that's what I'm going to do.
I just hate Lamar Jackson.
I agree, but when he's putting up like 30 points a week and still losing,
Are you like trying to search for that hat now?
I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna DM the Penn's Gear store, and I'm gonna say, "Where's this hat?"
this is content right here. This is content.
But I just hate fantasy. But I love it. So
You're
I'm-
addicted, but you hate it.
That's how I feel about sports betting.
Oh my god, dude.
I hate it. So the way I describe my sports betting to one of my friends that I work with is like, it's kind of like golf. Have you ever golfed before?
Yeah.
So if you golf, you're doing terrible and you hate it and you never want to golf again, but then you get one good hole. Like you
And
get
you're like, let's
you
go.
you either go for par
Yeah.
or you get a birdie.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, I'm hooked again.
See-
and that's how it is with sports betting. It's like you do terrible, and then you get a bet, and then you win a bet, and you're like, all right, I'm back in.
See, I'm addicted to daily fantasy.
Yeah, I know you are.
So like, I'll have one good like week where I win like $200, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get in higher contests, and I lose like 300, and I get pissed.
You lose $300?
Yeah, because
What the?
I'll put in a lot of like a lot of bigger contests where they're worth more cash,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just get shit. And my players suck. Like I had Mike Evans last week.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, but I was an idiot. I had Evans, and then I switched out Aaron Jones at the last second. So that's
Rough.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
College football. If we
Yeah.
want to just add a little bit.
All right, real quick, Herb. You need to just pay attention to one team and one team only.
Alabama.
I mean, you can.
Pick a team and just follow them.
So what you're telling me is when I inevitably do go to school, just stick with that team.
I mean, I'm gonna follow Pitt regardless because I love
Yeah.
Pitt.
I vaguely follow Pitt.
I don't know if any of you like follow college basketball at all. I know you do, but I don't think you do.
I can,
Pitt?
but
Pitt's making a tournament in 2 years. 2 years.
that's fair.
They have two really good guards. I hope they stay.
Don't they just need bigs?
Yeah, they have this guy, this power forward, but he like tore his ACL. I think.
Oh.
I could
hate
be.
to see it.
I could be wrong.
May just said this is still happening, question mark?
Yeah. But Pitt will make a tournament in 2 years. I think.
I don't doubt it.
Capel's already a better recruiter than Jamie Dixon ever was.
Oh, yeah.
So
I don't care what anyone says. Jamie, there was a period of time where I was really into Pitt basketball. Jamie Dixon was not that great.
Like
Everyone was.
Probably when they had DeJuan Blair.
I would say it was probably.
It
was actually
It was
after.
probably between 2006 to 2009.
2009, Pitt should have won it all.
I actually think it was 09 to 12.
And stop with this Steph Curry BS.
What?
Was that the year Steph Curry was in college, or what year was he in college?
10.
I thought
2008.
I thought that's why you looked at me,
8.
because of Davidson.
Oh no, I looked at you because the freaking shot that lost Pitt the game.
Yeah.
Against,
Kimba?
against Villanova.
They should have won it all that year.
That was Kimba, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kemba Walker.
Kimba destroyed Pitt's
And then
program.
Don't forget about that Villanova bullshit. They went full court, Scotty Reynolds off the inbound, and they ran beside him instead of in front of him.
Yeah. Logic.
But college football, just pick one team.
Yeah.
It can be Pitt,
It could be BYU.
That could be sad.
and you can get pissed like
Hey,
all
it
of
would have been
us.
BYU if you offered for me to go. You asked
Okay.
him before you asked me. I didn't even get
Well,
asked.
Because someone follows college football.
I know.
Dude,
You don't
but-
you don't
I'm
give
just
a
trying
shit
to
about
make
college
you feel
football.
bad.
Dude, if you
It's
followed Pitt though, you would realize how good this team is.
I was gonna say I know
It's
they're better than
Like
the
if you
past few
followed
years.
Pitt for a long time, you would realize
This
how
is the
decent
best.
this team is.
This is the best defense in
Since
like 10 years.
Pretty much.
damn.
Their offense is it's gotten better, but
Yeah.
the defense is the strong suit.
Dude, that 2016 offense was just something else.
Oh my god, that was so nice.
With Matt Canada. It was just
Come back,
Come home.
please.
He's
Come back.
unemployed right now.
Well, come home.
Really?
Yeah, he was Maryland's offensive coordinator, and they fired their head coach, and so he was interim head coach. And then after the season, they didn't bring him back, and he's not with anyone right now. Because he left Pitt. He left Pitt after 2016 to go to LSU as their offensive coordinator. Which
Damn.
I mean, hard to complain about that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after 1 year, he got fired. And then went to Maryland, and now he's unemployed.
Insane.
Although I don't mind Mark Whipple's offense.
Yeah. I mean,
It's better than last year.
yeah, very. I just wish that they would. It's hard not having like a consistent running back, you know, like how.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
how we
both the
had with-
Davises were hurt
Yeah, I didn't know that until after. I just completely missed the
after the
injury
Duke
report.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were hurt.
I was wondering like where they were.
So
yeah, no, it was Sibley and Carter because AJ and Vincent Davis were both injured for that game and the
I
Delaware
just
game.
miss having that workhorse.
Dude, being at the BYU game and I see like Delaware's winning. That's why I'm like
I didn't
that's when
even-
I'm like texting you. I'm
Dude,
like,
that game
what?
was annoying. Pitt's defense, you know, Paris forward doing whatever the hell he wants, Hamlin doing whatever the hell he wants. They're dominating, and then offense, they were just running the ball and running wide receiver screens.
Well, didn't Patty throw a pick six, which is how they scored
It was
the
like
first touchdown?
Yeah, it was like almost a pick six. Got stopped at like the 5. And then
Okay.
they just ran it in.
So it was that, and then they fumbled on like their own 19-yard line.
Yeah. Well, they threw a screen to French, and he broke 2 tackles and then got stripped. And then like they wouldn't throw the ball until they threw it deep to Mack. It was like 3rd and 20. They
Yeah.
threw it up to Taser Mack. He mosses 2 people.
Yeah, and that was the drive they scored too, right?
Yep, that was the game-winning drive.
Moss and Mosses is probably my favorite.
Verb.
Yeah,
Everyone uses it.
and it's great.
Yeah.
Oh God, what was I gonna say? Richard Sherman's gonna be on Pat McAfee's show tomorrow. After that whole handshake thing.
Okay,
What,
did
what
you
even is that?
Did you so Richard Sherman said after the game that Baker didn't shake hands with anyone,
Yeah,
but
He very obviously did.
There's video
but then
where he did.
and then Richard Sherman goes, "Well, our handshake was different."
I saw his tweet. And I'm like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, it started off as he didn't give me a handshake, blah blah blah, and he ran away at the end. Then it was like, well, there's video of multiple angles of you shaking his hand.
It's pretty much he didn't hug him. That's
Jeez.
Yeah, or dap him up.
like
That's pretty much all it was.
I don't know.
Stupid.
But now he's gonna be on Pat's show, so I'm interested.
Hmm.
I'm interested to hear his side.
Yeah, in college football,
Iowa
BYU's
State.
BYU's first BYU have their first African American starting quarterback ever this weekend.
I'm actually kind of
Who are they
surprised by that.
playing?
USF, South Florida.
Okay.
So they're gonna win.
They better.
If not, we'll be seeing some tweets.
Yeah.
If not, then
No, we're not gonna be seeing tweets because he's gonna be punching mirrors.
Oh.
So as a little final thing, announce Ryan to the grave.
Who said that?
Smitty.
Why now?
yeah, Ohio State's the number one team in the country.
Putting fandom aside,
Ohio
Who-
State's number 1. Smith.
Who? What?
They should be.
Baker Mayfield is Johnny Manziel without an addiction.
I saw a tweet last night.
Baker Mayfield is
It's-
Paxton Lynch without the height.
No, they said
Smitty.
That was Smitty's tweet.
it was Baker Mayfield is Nathan Peterman that can Millie rock.
Yeah.
I did see that. I did see that. That was good.
Yeah, that was funny.
But yeah, just to wrap up.
Yeah,
Putting
did
fandom-
Baker beat Clemson? Don't think so.
Well, yeah. putting fandom aside, who would be a college football team you would tell me to get into?
Putting fandom aside, so like
What
not
do you-
Pitt.
What are you looking for though? Like, do you want
Do you want to watch a good team
I want
every
to
week?
be entertained.
do you like high scoring?
In college football, yes.
Than any team in the big. Watch Oklahoma.
Just watch any team in the Big 12. They play no defense. Big
But
12.
if the ACC Coast will not play defense either?
Yeah,
Besides
but the
Pitt.
teams are bad in general.
They do, but there's really only like 2-3 good teams.
Fair enough.
Like
Just go watch
the ACC is
go
the
watch
worst.
Texas.
I will
Oh, God.
say
Hook 'em.
I thoroughly believe the ACC is the worst or the worst like conference in college football right now.
Smitty said Oklahoma.
Oklahoma or Texas, any team in the Big 12 just scores.
Watch Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley, offensive genius.
New Steelers head coach right there.
Lincoln Riley.
Ooh.
Lincoln Riley.
Oh.
He gets paid a ton at Oklahoma. Of
I would
course.
say,
course,
what
this is
would you
only-
do to make him leave Oklahoma?
Just give him what it.
It's kind of like the same thing with like Saban. It's like, why would he ever leave?
Blank check and say whatever you want.
Whatever you
have.
want.
It won't happen.
He's Lincoln Riley is like an offensive genius. So, Oklahoma.
But really,
if you like
since
scoring,
since you like high scoring, just pick a team in the Big 12, like they said, either Oklahoma or Texas.
Where's Oregon?
Pac-12.
Okay. I used to be an Oregon fan.
Whenever they had Mariota,
No, actually before. I don't even remember.
I
anyone
liked whenever they
playing.
had
Dennis Dixon.
What was that running back? Started with his name. First name started with a J. I used to follow him on Instagram. I don't know. He was drafted by the 49ers. I know that.
Oh,
It's on the tip of my tongue. Like
I don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
he was a stud.
Smitty, help us.
He was on the team whenever they played.
Head coach, offensive coordinator Chris Richard is DC. Send it.
Anything's better.
But at the same time, you could always just say
Michael Johnson though, or was tough.
yeah,
easy answers are like Alabama, Clemson,
Yeah.
Ohio State.
I don't like Alabama.
Okay.
overrated.
I mean, I could very well
I
pull
don't
a-
actually think that, but yes.
I
can-
don't think they're overrated, but I don't think they're the number one team in the country right now.
the same thing I say about West Virginia is the same thing I say about Alabama. What was that?
LSU makes the Final Four or
Over Georgia.
the playoff. Yeah,
Joe Burrow is good. He's our quarterback.
Bama's gonna make it.
Bama, Ohio State. Ohio State.
Ohio State. Clip that right now.
Bama, Ohio State, Clemson, and LSU. That's what you think?
Yep.
Well, the Pac-12, they're not making it. Washington has 2 losses. So unless like Utah,
But LSU plays Bama though, so
yeah, and then if they won their conference,
Yeah.
they'd have to play Georgia too.
well, it looks like Bama's out.
Bama's out.
Bama's out.
I mean, yeah. If I had to pick a top 4 right now, I'm still saying Oklahoma gets in over LSU.
I don't know what this is about. Their wide receiver core is the best I've ever seen in any level of football.
Alabama,
I don't doubt it.
Alabama's
All
wide
bust.
receivers right now it's the best wide receiver core ever at in the college football level, like it ever.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, Bama will probably be there, but I just hate them.
Where's
I don't hate them.
Where's
I
Jalen
just-
Hurts now?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. That's why
Yeah.
you should be an Oklahoma fan.
Yeah.
But
In a Hurts jersey.
like if I'm picking a top 4, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Oklahoma.
Actually, you know what? I'm taking a California team because of the new law they passed.
Because I don't think Oklahoma's going to lose a game.
I just
And-
really like LSU a
Yeah.
lot.
I used to play in LSU. Wait,
You used to play for LSU.
in the old NCAA games.
Okay.
Death Valley. Where is it?
Death
California.
Valley, like the stadium or the actual
The
place.
stadium. Is that
That's
LSU?
that's Clemson's.
That's Clemson.
Yeah.
And I used to play as Clemson all the time.
Okay. LSU's has a nickname, but Death Valley. I know
they
is
like
Clemson's
switched
place.
offenses and now are like kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough. Okay, is that it?
Pretty much. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Sorry for the hiatus.
Hopefully, Smitty
Um,
will be back next week.
Yeah. Suck it up, you pussy.
Jesus. He currently can't speak. by the
Michael
way.
Jordan played with the flu. Get your ass here.
There we go.
You heard it here.
Suck it up. But yeah. So we have our I should have said this at the beginning of the show, but we have our Rocking Around the 412 promotion, and you can see it on it's on our Twitter page. There's a GoFundMe link, but so our goal is to raise money for families that can't provide the best Christmas for their kids, but we are raising money and we're going to donate money to these families so they can make a better Christmas for their kids. We're going to do 3 families, I believe, and
Hopefully, yeah.
we have incentives as well for you donating. So we've got like multiple different. We've got like Pens jerseys and Steelers jerseys. We've got Pens tickets. Josh Bell signed ball.
$50 to TSE.
Yeah, $50 Total Sports Enterprises gift card. You can win one of our hats, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's multiple incentives. It's a great thing to do. So if you're feeling generous, please donate. We've already received some generous donations.
Yeah.
And we have a little under 2 months now. We hit 2 months like earlier, like last week.
Yeah.
Like last weekend. So about 2 months still to donate. So it doesn't matter if it's $1. Like we'll take anything. But it's going to these families that try to provide a better Christmas. And so yeah, please go do that. And you can, like I said, you can follow the link on our Twitter. It's our pinned tweet. And if you ask any one of us, we can get you the link to it.
Yeah.
And go follow us on Twitter. Like I said, around the 412. Go follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook.
Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch.
Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. If you're
Use
feeling
your
generous.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, use Amazon Prime. You get a free subscription every month. You can use it here or anywhere, but preferably here.
No, just here.
Just here. Just not North Shore 9.
Or Trash Cats.
Yeah, just not those two. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Go like our stuff, and we will see you hopefully soon, and hopefully Smitty will be back here.
Thank you for coming on, Ryan.
Yeah,
No
thanks,
problem.
Ryan.
But if you do, you're a fool, 'cause I do to the death. Trying to step to me, you take